actually. Babatin Wenome. With the toxicology results, what I think about it, my take about it. The first thing I noticed about the toxicology results is that the pathologist in question said he was present at the site where he was exhumed. Now, it was noticed that that coffin was laced or bedded with a white foamy material. It was not just entirely wood. It was cushioned with a foamy material. And after the exhumation, we have this video of somebody who entered into that grave and picked out the white cloth there. So let me play it. I'll play it about twice, then we'll analyze it. We have a lot to talk about. Let's do it. Let me play it again.
You're welcome back.
So I sent that to a pathologist, and he was like, that needs to be investigated. Why is this not? Okay, good. He said that video needs to be looked into and sent to the legal advisors to actually ask the pathologist if he only said that statement out of his own opinion, or if in fact they made examination on perhaps the bent neck and any part of his body could have brought out such. Did they check maybe his nostrils, his mouth, if there were blood remains there? So this is just a request to all the legal teams to actually take note. Yes, and the sample, I don't think they took any soil sample. Baby Soft Life, I don't think they took any soil sample. Because the coffin was actually left behind that day. It was only the body that they took with them, and there was no mention of soil sample test or anything. So it's just an advice. The pathologist advised that they should also take they should take the toxicology, the original toxicology results sent from America, and they examine it with a pathologist. It is not something, a lawyer is different from a pathologist. Now, the question here is this: what does an inconclusive toxicology mean? When they say the cause of death is uncertain, what does it actually mean? Can there still be an examination on that body? A body that is said is decomposed and still in the morgue after 8 months. Is there anything you can still do there? If the let's also examine the toxicology results that was announced. The autopsy pictures were shown. Some people were thinking toxicology was not read. It was read. How do they read the toxicology results? They are to tell you the chemical compositions of the substances they found in the liver, they took the kidney, they took the kidney samples they took, and the bone marrow samples they took. Now, it was said by the Professor Shokunle Shoyemi of LASUT last week Wednesday, that the concentrations of the injections were of the right doses, but they noticed that one was of a high concentration, but it was not enough to to cause death, although the method of administering the drug would have facilitated a faster reaction to death. That if it were to be administered in another way, maybe orally, he was just going and on in circles. But we know that you can't take injection through the mouth. But he was only trying to illustrate that when you administer a drug intravenously, it pumps straight to the heart, and it has a very fast reaction than you taking a drug through oral means. So that was what he meant using that issue, that statement. Now, I went through some websites to actually know about toxicology itself, and I also have let me give you something I was sent by a pathologist. The pathologist said that basically there are so many techniques or toxicology techniques that is being used for a body that has been exhumed. So please, I want to say some medical jargons here. So the doctors or medical people in the house, you should know what I'm talking about now. There are basically about 5 of them that are usually used for a body that was exhumed. So this is to talk to all the legal teams, including that of Baba, that the toxicology results, try to get them from lawsuits, examine them with a pathologist, know the technique they used for the samples they said they collected from the bone marrow, the kidney, and the liver. We have a technique called thin layer chromatography. They call that one TLC. One is called capillary electrophoresis. There's one also called gas chromatography, and there's another one called high performance liquid chromatography, and there's one that is the one that is the most sophisticated. They call it the ultra high performance liquid chromatography. So which one of these 5 did they use on Mohbad's samples? So you have to check, and you check the procedures. The toxicology report is going to give you the procedures and things they found out there. Now, there has been conflicting stuffs about what actually is sorry, please hold on, please. What actually do you mean by saying there was an inconclusive cause of death, or the cause of death is uncertain? Now, some people mistaking cause of death with manner of death. So I got this Deep's website. I'm going to read quickly, and also what my friend the pathologist sent to me yesterday night. He was one that sent to me those because he doesn't have a copy of the toxicology results, and he was questioning, like he was trying to ask me questions, and I told him I have not seen that copy. I don't have a copy of that of Mohbad, and he only listed the 5 to me. And he had concerns over they are saying that a body of 9 days in the grave is so decomposed that the cause of death is uncertain. He was like, do you know that the burnt forensic lab in Lagos could have determined that even without you taking it out of Nigeria, that the toxicology results needs to be probed, needs to be checked into, and although it is only one way of knowing the cause of death, that the police investigation can also help ascertain the cause of death. So let me quickly read this. I'll call it a journal. It's not a journal. It's just a write-up by a doctor, Dr. Judy Melinek. He said 7 common mistakes regarding autopsy reports. He says when a breaking news case involves a sudden death or natural or violent death, journalists will often get a copy of the autopsy results. Autopsy result reports can be daunting to read if you have not been trained in medicine. Because of this, reports in the media can be confusing or misleading to the public. Hence, then are some definitions and guidelines for anyone reading or writing about death investigations, and especially members of the media should hopefully find useful. A coroner is not the same thing as a medical examiner. Please let us know this and know peace. A coroner, the person in that coroner inquest, is not the same person as a medical examiner. Both a coroner and a medical examiner perform forensic death investigations into the circumstances of any death that is sudden, unexpected, or violent. The difference is this: a coroner is an administrator or a law enforcement officer, and a medical examiner is a doctor. Now, we also have to let people know that when they say cause of death is different from manner of death. Again, cause of death is different from manner of death. What you see people actually discussing on social media is manner of death. That is the debate they are saying. But in medical line, manner of death is different from what? Cause of death. Now let us go into what they are actually explaining here. The cause of death is the disease or the injury that killed the person. Cause of death is the disease or the injury that killed the person. Heart, for instance, heart disease, appendicitis, stab wound, etc. Manner of death is a classification of the death, of the cause of death, that is separated into 5 categories. Is it natural from a disease? Is it an accident? Is it suicide? Is it homicide or undetermined? So what they actually said in the coroner inquest that is unascertained is manner of death. Know this and know peace. The manner of death is uncertain. That is the right medical term to use. Manner of death is uncertain. The cause of death can be known, whether by investigation, whether by autopsy or toxicology. Now, there is also a question I raised the other time. I said, after an autopsy has been done, and the cause of death or the manner of death is said to be inconclusive, is there any other thing that can still be done? Yes. The remains ought to be transferred to somebody called an anthropologist. ANTH
Anthropology.
ROPOLOGIST, anthropologist. That person can actually still know the cause of death. But let us continue.
Anthropologist.
It is incorrect to say the cause of death was natural. Very incorrect. Or a motorcycle accident, because that means you are conflating cause and manner. It would be better to write the manner of death was natural, or that death was caused by trauma from the motor vehicle accident. So when you read all this, and also some people also mistaking autopsy with death investigation. People who do the autopsy are pathologists. Investigation is carried out by the police. Investigation is carried out by the police. Let us all know this. When they say something is inconclusive, it is different from you saying something is pending. Now, I want to go through what the pathologist sent to me. The pathologist was actually concerned about why an exhumed body of 9 days would be said to have uncertain cause of death or an inconclusive cause of death due to decomposition. Please, what he sent to me was also, hold on please, I want to get you where he got this. He gave me the references of his findings. He got it from some journals in synopsis of morphological and toxicological findings. It's a forensic book dated 1997. He sent it to me. He also sent something from Postmortem Toxicology, Forensic Science International 2004. He also referenced analysis of 155 consecutive forensic exhumations with emphasis on undetected homicides. The book is dated 2004. He was picking up some things there, and he said he's not just going to say things from his own mind, but full blood using SPE and GCEIMS, a book called Annal Toxical in 2005. He sent me a whole lot, almost 25 references, but the thing here is this. He wrote a whole lot of jargons, and I won't be able to read all of them. But let me just give you what he said. He said that his research presents analytical results of cardiovascular drugs that were administered in exhumed liver and brain tissue in a total of 115 cases. Exhumations were executed after 9 to 16 years of burial. He was trying to let me know that that reason of decomposition is questionable. That if you exhume somebody and you take out the liver and brain tissues, that you would still get some results, even if they have decomposed to some certain degrees. He said analysis was performed by solid phase extraction and liquid chromatography. So you can see that I was giving you techniques of toxicology. Now in this one, they are using liquid chromatography. They also used electrospray mass spectrometry, and it was said that bisoprolol, verapamil, and zipamide could be proven in all cases in which these were supposedly administered within a defined time frame. Amiodarone was detected in over 90%, amlodipine in over 80%, and caphedrine, clonidine, penprocomone, and tosemide in over 50% of relevant cases. By contrast, atropine, esmolol, furosemide, hydrochlorothiazide, and lisinopril were found in less than 50% of relevant cases. But nifedipine and nitrendipine were not detected at all. The percentage of positive results for liver and brain tissue for the relevant administered drugs and corresponding postmortem periods are presented per analyte. Neither time since death nor stage of degradation was a reliable predictor of the success rate, as exemplary shown for furosemide. The presented data may serve as a reference when deciding whether to exhume a corpse for forensic toxicological examination in comparable cases. So sorry about this whole grammar that I have been saying, but what he's trying to tell you is just this, that he wants all the legal team, both of Baba, both of Wumi, that Wumi should not give up on this toxicology result, that she should ask for the original toxicology results and look for a professional pathologist to interpret it to her. She shouldn't wait for the corona people to start going back and forth with the pathologist on the 26th of June, but she should have a copy and that they should examine it with her. That reason they said of decomposition after 9 days looks somehow fishy. Are they trying to hide facts or something? They should know the level of decomposition. What would they say really happened? Are they trying to say it was a natural manner of death? Is that what they are trying to say? So these are things that the pathologist sent to me yesterday and told me that from everything I told him about this and this about the toxicology result, the reason of decomposition after 9 days of decomposition without embalming still looks fishy. Although there was no embalming, but just 9 days. He said, 9 days. A cause of more than even a year, if you exhume it, the cause of death can still be known. So they should get the toxicology results and also research about it. Let me pause for now. Let me hear from my panelists. Over to you, brothers and sisters.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Dawah. Thank you so much. David, do you want to start? David, so I don't think she's there. Chubby me. Okay.
Guys, someone should go next. I'm actually on the call right now.
No problem. Yeah, Chubby me. Okay, yeah. Mr. Tosin.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I greet everybody, especially. Wait first. Send me down later. Yeah, I'll check it. Thank you. Yeah, I greet everybody, especially, and Mr. Dawah, thanks for the analysis, the breakdown, and everything. Me, I'm waiting for you to actually round up the whole, the whole medical DNA whatsoever. Then, we can now discuss and take it further, because there are some certain things I want to say, but I'll let you finish first, then, so that we can put everything together. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Pythagoras. I think everybody's Pythagoras. Okay. Don Dada.
I think I second Mr. T. I think our class should finish before we go on, because I'm still absorbing, to be honest.
Okay. So, Mr. Dawah.
Okay. Well, there's no much comments that could actually be made, because even me, myself, and I, when I was reading what was sent to me, I was just like, oh God, this Oyinbo is too much for me to comment on. And I have no knowledge about all these the height, the Lord. It looks somehow gibberish to me. So let's continue. Now we're going to go into a section that has been causing issues on social media for a while now. The issue of the voice notes of Wumi. So many people, even Team Wumi, they would come out to say, "Oh, Wumi and Mohbad had an issue. She couples work in journey, and she recorded it. She saved it. Somebody played it." So we would like to know one or two things about what really transpired around that period. Now, let us not forget that the voice notes is not a 2023 recording. It was a 2022 recording before they got married and before the pregnancy of Liam. Please know this. That voice note is as old as after Mohbad was attacked by NDLEA officers, and he was allegedly, please quote that word, allegedly given a substance to drink. Now, like I said we're not going to just discuss and start saying a story or a narration of like how Arifa usually does his stuff. We're going to bring things from even anti-Wumi people. We're going to bring something from even anti-Wumi people. So I want everybody to listen. Now, this is an interview between Maisi and Very Dark Black Man. I'm going to run through the video. Everybody knows the video. Very Dark Man and Maisi, they were just facing a camera, so I don't need to play the video. I will just be playing the audio, so you'll be listening. And we're going to be picking points. I want my panelists to be picking points. Then we'll now share what really transpired around this period. Yeah, that British. You're right. So I'm going to play from beginning. So Very Dark Man had this video. Let me just give you the video. It was 6 months ago. Yeah. I'm directly at Very Dark Man's YouTube page. Let's go.
NDLA station. When they released him, they went back home. Mohbad and his brother. Inside. Mohbad and his wife, they were inside the room. They locked each other inside. Say, after they took him to NDLA station, when they released him, they went back home. Mohbad and his brother. Inside. Mohbad and his wife, they were inside the room. They locked each other inside the room. And then next thing, what happened? Next thing, they said, Mohbad now outside, started running. His brother confirmed it. Because he said he started looking like that. I don't even know anything there because I was still locked up at the end. I didn't know it's not till I was out. I started asking.
Please, panelists, I hope you are jotting. Mohbad locked himself inside the room. He started running.
Please, can you replay it?
Okay, I'm going to replay it again. It's about 10 minutes, but every word of my say, I need you guys to be noting them.
When they released him, they went back home. Mohbad and his brother. Inside. Mohbad and his wife, they were inside the room. They locked each other inside the room. And then next thing, what happened? Next thing, they said, Mohbad ran outside, started running. His brother confirmed it.
Who confirmed it? His brother. Mohbad started running, and his brother, please be making notes, so his brother confirmed it. So we're going to heroic evidence. Some people just think we are stupid here.
Because he said he started looking like that. I don't even know anything there because I was still locked up at the end here. I didn't know it's not till I was out. I started asking everybody what happened. I saw this video. What happened to Mohbad? This and that. Everybody is there. And I was like, did all these people want to kill this guy? What happened? Like, everybody just said different. But when I asked the guy that was his errand boy and his brother, they didn't ask them that. Was anybody really pursuing that? Like, he jumped. They said he jumped fence.
They said he jumped fence. Chen Kao, my panelist, I would, before I analyze, I'll allow you to tell me what you jotted.
I even thought maybe it was going to around our because the guys was just. And they said he just jumped fence. Nobody was pursuing him. I was like, I don't even now understand what is wrong. They always complain to me about the which I feel I even posted it online. I have not stand there except I've done because I was one thinking you were the one thinking Mohbad. There's always something of that end. I even went to this Lagos Island general hospital. They made an offer for me. They said let's film Mohbad before proper treatment. And they said no. Who said no? His family. Mohbad, his father. Yeah, I don't know if it's his father, but they did not agree to it. All of them. Okay, see, the father don't make a lot of claims. See, Mohbad wife did transfer money from his account.
Okay, I should take it back a bit.
Lagos Island general hospital. They made an offer for me. They said let's film Mohbad for proper treatment. And they said no. Who said no? His family. Mohbad, his father. Yeah, I don't know if it's his father, but they did not agree to it. All of them. Okay, see, the father don't make a lot of claims. See, Mohbad wife did transfer money from his account. They go out.
Did you know?
See, they transfer, say the body sleep. Do you know?
Did you notice what Very Dark Man did there? That guy was talking about they did not allow him to
It's
hospitalize.
called sidestepping. He sidestepped him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You didn't address that. Yeah.
Hoping that will not be good for the narration, he brought a different topic there. But let's continue. People, this video is old, but we never knew about the contents of what Maisi was saying. But let's continue.
About that. I don't know. Anyway, me, I like to. Anyway, now, what you say by that boy? Now, as they like this assistant, give me, because now you don't investigate, you don't make calls. Just give me a clear picture which happened to plan that day. What really happened to Mohbad was, apart from him and his girlfriend fights, I think when we started exchanging hands with Brian Boy,
what did he say? They were exchanging hands.
With Prime Boy. They were
exchanging
hands with Prime Boy.
Thank you. Yeah, I had the glass. I thought the glass was big. Just give me a clear picture which happened to Baladi. What really happened to Mohbad was, apart from him and his girlfriend fights, I think when we started the street and Prime Boy, the Brado, I had the glass was broken. Maybe it was the glass. That one is underneath the arm so long to that extent. So, wait, him and Prime Boy, went of them, they fight happy. See, they exchange hands. They exchange hands. They say they exchange hands. Okay, who be this person? The person, they are on, they follow them. It's just a consultation. You see me look on in there. Alright. So continue. After the exchange hands, you say maybe 9 courts, 9 boy. And so that happened on Sunday, which nobody knows what's going on. So I after the incident, I called one doctor called me. That was the doctor about when he was sick, and said that nurse happens to be one of his appearances before. Like he knows that nurse that I'm not even like he was not even sure that nurse is like that nurse is already that has enough that nurse has enough experience to even treat patients like that. Because he told me that the nurse didn't check his blood pressure, did not even know if Mohbad was smoking or taking anything down, which is. The toxicology reported that there was no narcotics. I wonder why they are always saying he was. Don't forget a tweet of Mohbad that they're always saying that I'm taking drugs. The toxicology report reported there was no narcotics in his system. So I wonder what my C is trying to drive here.
Mr. Dawah, can I say something there?
I would like to play the entire video.
Okay, cool. No problem.
Sorry about that, man.
Not at all.
Okay, thank you. Even treat patient like that. Because he told me that the nurse didn't check his blood pressure, did not even know if Mohbad was smoking or taking anything down. Which if she knows, she will not launch everything at once like that. So wait. Based on which we hear. That she will not pump everything into him like that. I hope we are taking him notes. So drugs were pumped at once. They were pumped at once intravenously. Sorry, this is how I jot though. They say they called the nurse from Kotono. Say the nurse told you that according to the nurse mother. Now wait till when Mohbad died? I think he died on Tuesday. Okay, so on Monday, like the fight happened on Sunday, he gets a call. So on Monday, in the local hospital, the hospital, in the house with them, the live and house with them. You make sure you call me confirm. Yes. Or they're not telling you story. I have a video here. When they sent to the doctor, his arms when it was good. You have a video. Okay. No. Wait. You don't need to show the video. Don't worry. You don't need to show the video. Now, you say you want help police with the investigation. Because right now, this thing is complicated. They're like me, and they always talk. You understand? I say, you know, just because in the moment, let me say, Naira without evidence. When the people meet that, you understand? They never. Can you see the nature of the question? Trying to vindicate Naira Marley. Let's continue. Not talking anything. Yes, there's just one pushing blame. So basically now, you try to say, if they want carry person now for this case, for instance, I don't want sound bias. If they want carry person for this case now, will you be saying the right people when they talk the truth, which happened to the boy? No need to cry. Just now, man, won't find what happened to the boy. Because see, one thing here, I will want to ask you before say why you don't talk since when this case they hot. But at the same time, God 90 said all these things. You understand? I didn't even know when I started posting because I did not post. I did not say anything for this one. I swear to all my life. I don't know what made me start posting. I'm happy. Like I swear to all my life. And that's why I'm starting issues. Why? So I think one of the start therapy was nowadays they keep saying, but now they think past that. No, those are not normal. So even me, the doctors in therapy.
You understand? Do you know, does the wife behind? They tell me, say, because that time when she used to tell me that I was, this guy used to listen to me, I should make some stuff, whatever it's not good like that. Me, I will be fighting at the day this one of his boys, that was told me that the wife make I know the deceive myself, make I know the lie for myself. Say the wife said, he did there sometimes when he did one. Say make I know just I swear to all my life, I swear to everything precious to my life, I swear to my future and my life. And the wife did it, and let me say the wife did it. Okay. So basically the wife said behind. Now that's not what something very dark man, that was not what he said. He said the wife they did there. The wife was telling him like, advise this guy, may he stop. And true to my life, the time you said the wife they always they did there when this guy they high. So that doesn't mean that she's also doing it. So, guy, the way you concluded, use your senses. Talking about the house. That house when this thing I buy. I don't think so. That house we in this thing I buy him. No. Check go. I want confuse lórí burúkú. I think they said that woman said so my house already. Like how they have relationship with them. Mohbad and I will think of firstly, Mohbad is one person I used to say Mohbad in as much as everything is going on like this. I don't even want you to have fun to think of us. I gave him samples of many artists, like look at all these artists. I know you have this talent, you have that. This is share of passion and visions, you know. I know how talented he is. I know how far I can go. So I just tell him, I will even want you to fight him, but you see this thing here, it's just yes, and you have to expect. Can you just let this start making it? And I don't want you to fight, just don't fight anybody. Which was even happy that day. I saw all my life, which was happy that wow, that is true. That it just makes me like next to this boy. He doesn't want to drop song under my music. Which I told him that okay, if that. But he said he wants to drop something online for people. That all this one he's not been dropping anything and yeah. Sorry, the next things were talk. He has actually said where I was going to. Panelists, what do you have jotted down? Let us talk about them. Liberation, please moderate this. Liberation, can you hear me?
Let someone else go before me, please.
Okay. I can barely hear because I'm driving and it was that I can hear. Please confirm that the house was not Mohbad. And another thing is, who is giving my seed this information? Like he said, he wanted to show very dark boy a picture or a video of the hand of what happened. So there is somebody in that house that is, that is giving my seed the information about what is going on in there. So I think that is what I can pick. I can't really hear the rest.
For me, what I was able to pick from the whole thing, first of all, is the incident where Mumi and Mohbad were in a room and he ran out. Maisi has successfully confirmed that Mohbad had a psychosis episode that he witnessed, and which is what led to that voice note. That's another episode of the psychosis. I, for one, have always known that the whole husband and wife fight story turns, so it's not really what it is here, but we can always allow that pass. So he has established that Mohbad had psychosis episodes, of which he was a witness to one of it, and he has confirmed it in that interview he did with Very Dark Man. And what I can deduce from the whole thing is that it looks staged with very dark man and my C. It looked very, very staged. Because why my C, of all people around Mohbad? Number one, he's not a friend, he's an enemy. Mohbad has stopped all forms of communication with him for at least a year. So why is he the one that was called to give details about what happened? Why not those that were in the house? So that's just my own points. Mr. Tosin.
Thank you.
Oh, you're back.
Yes, I'm back. Yeah, yes, other than the sidestepping part that we talked about, I also observed at a point where he was talking about there was a fight, and that would seem like a first-hand information. Like he said, there was an exchange. You know, he wasn't talking like he was talking to a police. There was no reason to minimize information at that point. So I would see that as something like a confirmation to the fact that yes, indeed there was an exchange, and the fact that the person said he should not mention name, I find that curious too. Why is everyone trying to protect the fact that there was an exchange? You know, I would put a question mark on that. Then there was a part that I registered in my head, but right now I think it skipped because I was in the middle of trying to submit some information online. But maybe I'll go back to my recording and come back when someone else have talked. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Tosin. Mr. Tosin. Okay.
Yeah. The whole thing is this. I don't know. For me, number one, this whole my C Abi, what's his name, interview or whatever, it is just staged. You understand? Because look at the time he was trying to say something, and his interviewer had to, divert him to another thing. And here is this, for me, the few pinpoint I got from here is there is somebody in the house who he called, gave him the information of what happened. So the most important thing is that for me is we are actually on a course to look for what led to this guy's death or what killed this guy. So any information about it is either in the past or this. And one thing they fail to realize is this, just like Mr. Dawah was actually saying regarding the recording, one thing to which every one of them are trying to remove from the equation is the fact that there was a point in time this guy was actually going through a phase in his life, and there were some certain things or measures that were put in place in order to actually checkmate the guy, or maybe to confront him with the realities of some of his actions. But as of today, the Baba and every other person, nobody's actually talking about these things again, and everything has to do with just Wumi, and what Wumi did not do right. Those are the things. So regarding this old voice note or whatsoever, I don't know. That's my rest for now. Because me, when it comes to this justice for Mohbad, I don't want to really But if it's about me ahead, then we can actually discuss. So that's my submission regarding this voice note that is being played. Thank you.
I thank God. Are you there, sir?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I slept off the other time with the medical jargons. Yeah, but first, please somebody should help me give Dukia and Mr. Tosin and that British babe. Just give them one of first, because they actually spoke my mind. This is a stage interview. Even the points are not properly laid out. It's being directed. And yeah, maybe because of my own unconscious bias for this guy, Micey, and the person of this very dark boy too. So because of my unconscious bias for them, then I tried, but I couldn't just make sense of anything they were saying, because I have my bias for them. So, and I recognize I have a bias for them. So maybe rightly or wrongly, but still, I can't make sense of everything they just said. So I'll leave it at that.
Don't Dada.
First of all, I'll start with these people are insulting our intelligence, and it riles me for our intelligence to be insulted like this, because the sidestepping of Very Dark Man is pretty obvious. But I also want to state something that hit me was the fact about Mohbad running in the room. And that brings me to say that we do know that there are some medications that can cause psychosis. So I ask myself, I'm actually interested in the fact that was Mohbad on any medication? It doesn't have to be hard drugs. Hard drugs could be in play, but I can't say that specifically. But there are medications that lead to depressive, anxious, psychotic syndromes. Now, this guy was anxious because he was being bullied. Why are they trying to remove Naira Marley from the equation? Why is the common thread between all these people trying to eliminate the fact that Naira Marley and his cohorts made this boy anxious? Now, I also come to ask myself, Father of the Year, why wasn't he out in the streets shouting that his son was being bullied? That is my submission for now.
I don't know if it's okay to just say something to what Don Dada just said. Mohbad, in my own, in best of my knowledge, I don't think Mohbad was on any medication prior to his paranoia. It was when he had the encounter with NDLE that he started behaving like that, that he started having those psychosis.
So what did they give him?
He was giving water. It's not ordinary water anyways. I mean, we've seen the results. So he was given something to drink. It was from that point he started having those episodes. It could have deteriorated if it was treated, if the paranoia was treated, maybe the antidepressant drugs, medication, not drugs now, medication. I don't know. I'm not a medical person. I'm just saying he had the NDLEA encounter that he started being paranoid.
Also, can I ask a question, Dukia?
Yes.
I heard that he was hypertensive or had high blood pressure as well. Is that after the NDLEA encounter as well?
I cannot particularly say if it was before or after, but long and short is he was hypertensive because of all the bullying, all the threat to life, and all of that he experienced whilst in the Naira Marley's house and afterwards. So I can't tell if it started when he was in Naramali's house or when he left.
Let me help put an answer to that. Medically, you can actually say when somebody became hypertensive, it's something that happens over a period of time. But when he was medically diagnosed of it was after the bullying issue. He could have had it for years without him knowing. So it's something you can't. I think the doctors in the house can actually confirm what I'm saying. You can't just develop it like instantly. Bam. It happens over time, and but it was medically diagnosed of being. So now let us put answers to the puzzle here. There's a main reason why I played this video. Why I.
Mr. Dawah, let me just quickly say one thing. I think we forgot to mention. You remember Daddy Mohbad second, the one that gave birth to Mohbad, said Mohbad has appendix. So in all of this now, appendix you're new. Hello.
Talking me.
Kí ló ti gbogbo yín dẹ̀ dákẹ́? Ṣebí dà bàbá ló sọ pé ó ní appendix òun dẹ̀ gbé lọ chemist. Bọ́ inú gbogbo diagnosis tẹ̀ ń fún sí èmi ò gbọ́ kí appendix yọnu ẹ̀. Ṣé kò ní ni? Ẹ dábì lówó ẹ̀dẹ̀ dákẹ́.
Bàbá sọ pé wọ́n ti trip tẹ̀ láti kékeré.
Chemist lọ ti treat ẹ̀, okay. Mo fẹ́ wà sure ni.
No, wọ́n máa ń fi nǹkan ra appendix ó máa wá rá.
Okay. Mo fẹ́ wà sure ni ká mọ̀ gbogbo ètò wà lẹ̀. Àwọn kàbí ètò wà lẹ̀.
Wọ́n máa ń yọ ni.
No, appendix tí ò bá tí sanra. Appendix tí ò bá tí máa rùn yàn nú. Tó tí ṣe kínní ológun kan white báyìí tẹ bá mí wọ́n máa ń tànú bọ́ọ̀sì àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì tó máa ń lọ láti bí Òṣòdì yẹn wọ́n máa ń tànú bọ́ọ̀sì.
Chemist Maglen sọ Mr. Dawah.
mẹ́ta 500 no ó yẹ padà sí Nàìjíríà kẹ wá wọ bọ́ọ̀sì àwọn bọ́ọ̀sì kan wà tó máa ń wọ̀ láti Ìkòròdú gàrí.
Bọ́ọ̀lù ẹ̀.
Òṣòdì wọ́n máa wá dìde wọ́n máa dìde ẹ̀yin mọ́mì mi ẹ̀yin dádì mi ilé tí mo gbé wá yìí o kíní kọ̀ǹfàmù ni kíní gbogbo níṣe ó pọ̀ fọ́rí atara ríro ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ bá ti bímọ rí ó yẹ wá lò ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ ṣe kíní kan ẹ̀ yẹ wá lò ilé gan ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ bá ní HIV gan lọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta ẹ̀ kọ̀ tọ́ ni.
Ló bá tọ́. Ó ti yé wa báyìí.
Padà yé wa.
Ó ti understand ó yẹ mi kí a máa bá.
Ogun yẹn gan serious tó bá lóyún ẹ kọ́ bímọ ní ẹ̀ nídìí láti ṣe kí náà máa ń pè náà CS. Ikùn yín kàn máa là fúnra rẹ̀ ní ẹ̀ ní lọ hospital ikùn yín kàn máa là ọmọ ẹ wá shoot jáde gan.
Ẹ máa yà bí gbẹ̀ni.
No pushing.
Ẹ máa jà sí.
Abẹ́ ìrọ̀lọ́ àbí ojo Josie exploded the appendix. He exploded it.
Ọ̀túnba ti Dawah tí wọ́n mọ̀ rẹ̀ jùlọ. Ọ̀túnba ọ̀dọ̀ pàmí síbí. Ọmọ ní ó gba mẹ́ta 500. Ẹ lè gba mẹ́wàá 1000 ṣá. Mo ò ní change o. Ẹnìkan máa ní ṣó gba méjì 300. Hey, God.
Appendix nínú chemist. Josie Mayana. Ìbá ẹ̀.
Okay, let's just go back. Let's go back.
You have the video. That would be funny to have.
It's actually the CTC. It was very funny when I was reading it. Like he had appendix. I went to the chemist. I got him drugs.
Appendix and rashes.
Oh please!
Appendix and rashes.
Can you imagine?
God. I was just like, oh God, don't do this to me. Don't just do it to me. Don't do it to me. They will do me pay minimum car.
Honestly, Josie is our very own Amitabh Bachchan. He's a very own Amitabh Bachchan, I swear. He's an actor, honestly.
Okay.
Nollywood. Go and look for Justice.
Let's now give people the right thing that happened. Now, there's something I tried to use this Myce's video to confirm. Anybody that listens to the first few minutes would know that after the NDLE visit or the arrest, something transpired there that he was actually hit on the head. And this person is not a Wunmi supporter. He's not even a Mohbad supporter. He confirmed this statement and even said what he said can be confirmed by Mohbad's brother. Mohbad did this sakuro no yara, but that is Wunmi. But there for fence, nobody was pursuing him. We are not saying we Mohbad is real. People should understand that there are so many degrees of mental issues. If you can't sleep, insomnia, am I right? Insomnia, right?
Insomnia.
If you're having difficulty sleeping, it is a mental issue. A mental disorder. It doesn't mean the person is actually mad. But that doesn't mean you are not going to go and visit a psychiatrist. Hey, God. God. Why did I put Josie in my talk first? Because I mentioned that issue of autopsy. No problem. Now, if you can't sleep, if you forget things easily, it is also an issue. It doesn't mean you're mad. There's also something called psychosis, Down syndrome. All this does not mean the person is mad. So when we say there was a time he had mental issues, doesn't mean we are saying Mohbad was mad at a point. So people should learn that we are not abusing Mohbad with. That's why I'm not going to say mental disorder. But there was a time he had issues, forgetting of passwords, and he had a psychotic moment. This is even confirmed by one of his greatest enemies. Did Mohbad have a fight during that voice note? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is no. At this point, I once said it months ago. Baba has also confirmed it also, that there was a time they took Mohbad to Songo. When he mentioned that in one of his interviews, I said it on this platform that what kind of drugs did they give him there? Why did Mohbad call Wunmi that he wants to leave? That voice note you people are listening to. Does Baba Mohbad know the truth about the voice notes? Yes, he knows. We are asking Baba this question. Bate Monkoto Shomoy, Erito Sopo Sakro no le, to fifu fence. But you Wunmi son koto shifon. When Wunmi told you what he did, and she said she was tired. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that people sometimes might be hearing this explanation. Sister Temi has made this explanation some months ago, but we just left it like, oh, if they like, maybe they still talk. But we're going to explain it this night for good. When they got back from Songo, that Wunmi took him away from there. They didn't have any place to go. They were staying in hotels, Kakiri. Sometimes majorly paid by Wunmi herself. And Temaroke Mohbad was a multi-billionaire. There were some trying times that they didn't have accommodation. especially when they left the Malian's house. Especially when they left the Malian's house, there was nowhere to go until when Bella's mother gave them an apartment. Where do you think they were staying? Do you think he returned to Ikorodu? He didn't. He didn't return to Ikorodu. At this period, even his friend here, also he was fucked up. That they even took him for a brain scan, they did this, they did that. That even his family don't want him to go to hospital. That was when this very black man was asking him, was he his father? He said, I don't know whether it was his father. But definitely it was not Wunmi, but the man, an elderly man. It was his father. That was when they took him to Songo. He was explaining this until very dark man cut him short because he knew that story. In one of his episodes, in one of his psychotic periods, and Mohbad is this kind of very stubborn guy. He doesn't really believe when you tell him he does so, he did this, he did that. Sometimes I call boom. Wunmi is the person always around him, and he was always saying so many things to me, and she was just enduring it. Kilero, what do you think, Onka Sister Karimo? Why do you think I now have a change of heart of Sister Karimo? Why do you think I have a whole change of? It was at this period Sister Karima was telling Wunmi to leave Mohbad, come over to America. She said, most of you thought they had a fight. No, they never had a fight during this period. They never had a fight. My C is even telling you that now. That one of those episodes, he ran out of the house, jumped the fence. Nobody was pursuing him. There is a reason why I played this video, so that you people will learn. This video is old, and very dark man knew what he wanted to say, and quickly diverted him from that talk. When this issue happened, Wunmi, I have to apologize to you because I have to explain everything that people understand. Sister Temi, me Moboya Wambe. Sister Temi, are you there? Modupe, Sister Temi, Osime, Thomas, I chat me, don't go there. Good. When this issue happened, Wunmi was tired of the whole thing. She was the person doing everything, taking care of him at this period. Mohbad was appreciative of everything, but sometimes during his moments, he would go off it. He would go off it. There was a time she was processing her traveling. Ogbosi Egweleno. Inkotonka Sister Karimo Lara Reo. People don't know this thing. And I wouldn't really blame her. Okoyekwe, she's now doing, I did this for you, I did this for you.
That's why
she ought to be coming on social media to do.
That's just the reason. Everybody more there's something behind it.
Her traveling to US at this period. Mohbad got to know about it. Kini Mohbad is she? Okoko block Sister Karimo. Baba now knew. Baba tún sọ̀rọ̀ tó gbọ́rọ̀ yìí lọ sí Bẹ̀rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀. Baba, I'm asking you this question. Why did you go and beg the sister of Wunmi living in Egbe concerning this issue? Kí Wunmi má fọmọ ilé ní time yìí.
Ó ti wá dà Phoebe Solóore báyìí.
Baba didn't go just once. Shop auntie Wunmi wà l'Egbe. Baba lọ sí Egbe more than once because of this issue. Kí Wunmi má fi, because Wunmi then ó máa sọ, ó ti sún mi. Ó ti sún mi. Ó ti sún mi. Èmi mo kàn tọ́jú ẹ̀. Mohbad ò dẹ̀ jọ má dojú tì mí náà. Nítorí ẹ̀ mo lọ fún masters mo ṣe kíní kan, but at that point the pressure was too much. She now made a recording for him. Babe, look at what you usually say to me. That day that voice note was made,
taking care of
Mohbad
you again.
knelt down and started begging her. Mohbad called his dad. Baba be Mumi. Baba lo se gbe lo be auntie Mumi pe ko jo ko dakun ko be Mumi ko dúró. That is the secret of the voice notes that you people are saying. Baba knows the truth though. But Baba saw that you people are making a sin out of it. And he decided to hold on to the truth without saying everything. Sister Temiti Sonkotimo Solale, she has said it months before. Even before Brekete was playing it. So some people that share more story, they had a fight, they did this, the woman was recording. No, they were not having any fights. In fact, they were witnesses to it. There's another lady called Cynthia. She knows about what we are saying. Not Wumio, a friend of hers, an ex-friend of hers called Cynthia. She knows about the recording because it was done on her phone.
Mr. Dawah, sorry to cut you there. Please, there's a video going around where Mohbad said he did a live video where he was saying Cynthia and some other Mali guys, he mentioned them. They are holding on to that, saying it is Wumi. Please, can you clarify how Cynthia is called and who this other Cynthia actually is?
Sherry, my sister way, his girlfriend too is bearing the same name, Cynthia. Cynthia. Mohbad does not call his wife Cynthia.
Not his wife. He's calling the other
Mohbad
Cynthia.
calls his wife Omomi. Omomi. Where is this book? Only be continuous recording. On his phone, he saved her name as Bestie. Bestie. In the house, he calls her Omomi or Oma. Sometimes all these thoughts, I usually record them, put them into writing so that I don't forget. It's not this book. It's not this book. Not this book. It's somewhere else. No, not CY. Not CY. Oma. Most times he says Oma. Before his passing, it is Oma. On his phone, it is saved as Bestie or Omomi. That Omomi, he has been using it since 2017, even before the Malian house. Even before the Malian house. So, but that Cynthia is not, he doesn't address her as Cynthia. Then the brothers, people at home, they call her CY, 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 CY. Okay? So let's just get that. That's a stupid argument. If they are bringing a video and saying that, sorry, they are mistaken. We only need to, okay, let me show you one confirmation of what I just said. Let's, thank God, I have it saved. Hold on, please. Let me quickly get that. Okay, let me show the video. We're going to see Mohbad talking about his wife. Okay, so this is a video. Let me play that again.
It's not everything. Leave snap alone. My wife said you will know say na you. Come on, it's clear. Look at that. I am so black.
So that's a confirmation of
they love each
and a
other.
direct rebuttal to whatever they are carrying around now. That's just a direct rebuttal to anything they're saying. Since 2017, he has been calling her Oma, Omaomi, Omomi. Toba Sheri, Ofe Tasi, or De Bombi Bai. He is sometimes or De Nejo, or De, come here. He uses that in playing. She also calls him my nigga, Mo, most times Mo. So I wonder where they are getting that Cynthia from. In fact, they had been saying CY. Okay. If he had mentioned CY, okay. He doesn't call her Cynthia. It's always CY. That's really, but it is always Oma, Omomi, Bobby Bye. Omomi, how are you? I think I still have some videos about him even saying Omomi or Omomi or things like that. So people saying that is wrong. So I think we now have a clue about this voice note playing around. They never had a fight while that voice note was playing. It was just one of those sessions. But he was healed though. It wasn't something that lasted for long. That even till his death he was having that issue. No. But before his passing, he was depressed. He had sleep issues. He was depressed. He was always scared in public, like always looking around and things like that. So let's just get that. It was just a period of time. So the panelists, over to you, please. Let's have that discussion before we move to Prime Boy. Yes, before we move to Prime Boy.
Okay, the British, are you there? Or you're still on the phone?
I wasn't on the phone the second time. Actually, I was working and I needed to submit a report and all. Well, in the light of all of this, really, for some of us, we are really aware. I think I've even made several posts on that. I even tweeted about it. In fact, I have a picture of that Cynthia, my sis girlfriend, which I tweeted on Twitter with a footnote, like a background story, short background story like that. And I don't know if I should say this again, but I have asked several times, why is she silent? The chaos this has caused, seeing how that's further.
Sorry, that British being.
Yeah.
Just want to cut it short. So where this guy got the Oma from, we're from Korean movies. I just got the hint just now.
Okay.
From Korean movies, Oma. So that's where he got it from, and he decided to use it on his girlfriend at that period.
Okay. And I think maybe your mommy stems from the fact that, looking at both of them, she's compact, like he's portable of that. And at least from the background story I have about them as well, stress for the person involved. And you have the story. What stops you from coming out to do a rebuttal, to say something? That said, if I would go again, I would still go back to our call to action on Omowomi, because when I look at all of this, eventually, it will still be like a call to action. Like, Omowomi, a whole lot of people have done a whole lot of shit against you. And we can't, we can do all we can, talk on the internet, but there should be actionable steps against all of these people. I mean, a 25-year-old gets so maligned to this point. You still have a whole life ahead of you, and you're not going to jeopardize that on the whim and desire of a Joseph Aloba. No. But I don't know if, because you're still going to talk again, and I don't want to go into the call to action yet, because I really want to take that on a long conversation from a female angle, a lover's angle, a mother's angle, and all of that. So maybe I'll let someone else take on. Then when we get to that point, I can give my entire submission based on that. Thank you.
Okay, Dada, are you there?
Please. Give me like 5 minutes, please.
Okay. Pretty Alaja. Pretty Alaja. Panelists were on strike.
Hey people, wake up now. Say, is it pure time?
Sorry guys, I just realized that I've been online all day and I hadn't eaten. And I can't take my medication without eating. So I was
and you didn't even read my message too, because
I haven't done. My kids are not speaking to me because I ignored everybody today. Nobody is speaking to me in my house. Everybody is like, this Mohbad thing is becoming an obsession. They are really mad at me. They refused to make dinner for me. I had to just get up now and go and make dinner. But anyway, let me say this.
I hope they know you have a son here, Sha.
Mr. Dawah, I will tell them. CY is not going to come. Cynthia is not going to come out because she's Myce's girlfriend. Myce is a mole, and he's a sneak and a snitch. And again, relationship comes into play. She's not going to come out and say anything. You see, I'm going to say this one more time. I've said it a zillion times till I have a headache. Mommy, you're a Taurian. We are the bull. You need to take some sort of action. We can't keep coming to the internet and talking and talking and talking. This is a murder case that they are trying to rope around your neck. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for Liam. I beg you in the name of God. I beg you with everything you hold sacred. Go and hold Falano at the legs and cry. Go to Fida. We spoke about Fida today. I will forward it to Temi. Go to Fida. This is what Fida likes. If Falano is not ready to do those petitions, those are chicken change to him. I personally, I don't mind. I will pay for a lawyer for you. Let's do something, Omomi. Let's do something. I beg you. That's all I have to say, guys. I'm drained. Honestly, I can't lie. I'm drained.
Pretty Alaja, are you there now? Okay. If we're not responding, I'll just need to drop that person. Mr. Pythagoras looks like he's. Mr. Dawah, let's just go on.
Oh, okay. Okay. Pythagoras is here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. So, what are we actually talking about here? Is it about the troubles of this young man? People claiming that this lady will stand by the man or could root here and all that. I think these are lies from the pit of hell. This young man was troubled. Only our challenges here. But through it all, he had a wife to Droti. He had a wife to Jempe through thick and thin. Already in Tokyo. It's gonna be hard, but she was ready to fight the battle with him. So, see any other narrative like that is, we know they're only trying to undermine efforts lady in a relationship with. They were only trying to make it look like she was only there when things were rosy. Even she was right there with him at the battlefront. We saw the recordings, we saw everything. So it's not because gain any points in this lady was not a loving wife, a brave woman who was ready to go into battle with this guy. So from my own end here, Wumi deserves any at least all accolades at all. Man, even knowing Nipo ma cost you opportunities kankan to they really cost here. O dem ma cost pain kankan, and it really cost her this pain. Even up to now, Adroti and in cost pains but she made up her mind. They say, I will stand by you. So if you now see anybody trying to bring that down for standing by this man, you will know that these people are just being bitter and there's no truth in whatever story. I don't even waste my time in analyzing around one story. My own is just that point out the crime for me there. Is it a crime to love the man? Point it out for me, let us see. Is it a crime to stand by him? So, crime, forget it. You are entitled to your own empty opinions. So go ahead and say whatever you want to say. So that's me. Thank you.
Thank you, Pythagoras. Mr. Dawah.
Okay, Pythagoras, please, I need to ask a question. It's actually something concerning law. Can perjury be committed outside the court of law?
Really, no. If you have not said whatever you're saying, if it's not under oath, it's not perjury. It can be another offense. It could be something else. It could be civil, but it's not perjury if it's not under oath.
Okay. I'd like to play you a recording of Prime Boy when he was outside the premises of Pansy before he got detained. I want to play the recording and the issue of fight or no fight. When he got to coroner inquest, he was like, I don't know about any nurse, that there was no nurse, that he wasn't there was no fight or this or that. But I want to play his interview before he got into Pansy. I want you to just listen carefully. I will be counting how many times he used the word fight. And him claiming that he heard the discussion they were talking about the paternity of Liam, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what he says before he entered Pansy.
Nothing really happened. Mohbad, I saw Mohbad miss call on Saturday. And when I saw the miss call, I was shocked and I was like, oh, Mohbad called me. Then I called him back immediately and he told me, Prime, can I come over and play?
Let me pause that. He said he was shocked that Mohbad called him.
Yeah, I picked that up as well. Yeah.
God, that's why I said.
Welcome.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I said, is perjury a crime outside the court? There were some things he was saying here that if he were under an oath and he had gone to the coroner inquest to say something different, wow. Let me play it again so that you hear that place again, Pythagoras.
To sin, popularly known as Prime Boy. Nothing really happened. Mohbad, I saw Mohbad miss call on Saturday, and when I saw the missed call, I was shocked and I was like, oh, Mohbad called. Then I called him back immediately, and he told me, Prime, can I come over? I'm going to just chill. He's missing me, you understand? And I said, okay. Immediately when I heard the news, I ran to my friend, and I'm going to the island, this, that. Then they said no problem, that they would join me soon because the next day is my brother's birthday. So even though everybody will be there. So and I said, okay, but me, I'm going today because I need to be with Mohbad. I'm getting to the island. I got to the island in the evening around 7 something. So getting there, I saw Mohbad in the parlor with some guys, with his boys, playing with his kid. Then immediately I dropped my bag and picked his kid and I started playing with him. We greeted each other and he asked me what did I want. I said, no, I don't want NSC this time. Go and get me Chelsea this time. And he went to go and get me a bottle of Chelsea. And when we were drinking, having fun, talking, it was...
Mr. Dawah, did he just call Liam his kid?
Yes, he did.
I heard that. Picked his kid. I picked his kid. He said that. This is people saying.
Okay.
He was playing some old videos for me on YouTube and we're having fun.
Are you a STEM professional and are looking to apply for U.S. permanent residency?
Then the next thing he told me, he forgot to tell me that he's having show in Ikorodu. That is tomorrow. And I said, tomorrow, I should have told me now. Tomorrow is my brother's birthday too. Then he told me that, okay, let's do it this way. He said, Ibrahim, after that show, I will invite my brother to come to his house in Royal Pine. And he will celebrate another birthday for him. And I accepted and okay, it's another celebration. And my brother will be happy to be with you as well. So we get into the show. When we got to Ebute Meta and his wife, and as in him and his wife started having some eating arguments, which I...
Arguments. Notes, not fights. Please note that.
I don't even, I don't need to interfere in the family issue. So I was just looking, but the matter keep popping up like, I don't understand. Even after the show, and I escorted Mohbad to the car, and I said, wait, let me go and clear the road. I started clearing the road, and I was hearing that, calm down, no car can leave here now, it's Lantana and other artists, because we came in together with convoy. So,
did you hear that? They came in together in a convoy, whereas in his other statement on this thing, they said only 2 jeeps were together. That is the jeep of Mohbad. He never said in the at the coroner inquest that all the artists moved in a convoy. I hope you're seeing the 2 contrasting things. Prime Boy said that 2 jeeps and they did not even get there together. I hope we are taking notes of the discrepancies in his narrations.
The last first narration was at the last coroner inquest he just attended.
Yes.
Wait, let me go and clear the road. I started clearing the road and I was hearing that, calm down, no car can leave here now until Lantana and other artists because we came in together with convoy. So only you can leave. But I noticed...
You came in together in a convoy. All the artists. I said this thing months ago that all of them came in a convoy with even the producer, Soso Bereko. They first went to his house and they all moved in a convoy. You saw him confirming, but when he went to the coroner inquest, he was saying something different.
Mohbad was angry and because he don't want to stay in the car with his wife because they were having 1 or 2, but it was hidden to me. But Mohbad was not.
It was hidden to me.
I'm happy that I was the one telling him, they go should be by looking my soft gogo matter. And that was what I was just telling him, and he was angry that I did not give him the chance to pour his mind out at that moment. And I told him
to pour his mind out. That means it was an exchange of words with the wife. Okay, let's continue.
This is not where you do this. When you get home, then solve your family problem. This is a show. You are here to have fun. Just smile. And he wants to come down from the car. And I was like, don't come down from the car. I was sitting here, his wife was sitting down at our middle, and Mohbad was sitting down there. And his wife was holding Liam, that was his son.
His wife was holding Liam. Don't forget, Spending said he was the person carrying Liam. Don Dada, did you notice that? Dukia, did you just notice that?
Yes. Yes.
You noticed that, right? I'm going to repeat it again.
And I was like, don't come down from the car. I was sitting here, his wife was sitting down at our middle, and Mohbad was sitting down there. And his wife was holding Liam, that was his son. So I was not like, you can see your son here, you don't need to do all this. Then he came down and turned, like maybe my own is getting too much, maybe in his family, and he asked me, just open the door, and because there was security with him, army, Onyabo, because they were shocked that Mohbad came down without going on stage. So they followed him to where I was sitting, and then he opened the car. I was like, okay, started hitting me and saying that, wait, Prime. I said, okay, the next thing, say, oh, yeah, Bole, money, I can Bole, but should I disgrace me by Chibajo Walati Island, the Bale, man, can Bole. So I was just smiling, saying it. So I want me, I want sharing. Due to I was still smiling. So the next thing I saw is taking it personal, and the military and they saw this one is taking it personal. So they held his hand and said, okay, fine, you come down and go. Then I came down from the car and I found my way. I went straight to the stage to meet Cubana Chief Priest and explain to him that, sir, I don't understand what's going on. That I don't understand that Mohbad is my childhood friend, and all of a sudden he asked me to get out from the car, he started hitting me. Because I don't know what's going on. Then the Cubana Chief Priest asked me, okay, stay here, let me go and make findings of what is going on. Then I left, he asked the security, watch over him, don't let him leave here. Then I said I won't, then I stood. Then immediately, me checking out, everywhere is Cubana Chief Priest, I'm waiting for him to come and give me feedback. Everywhere was empty, both the Prado, we bought like 15 Prados or 10. With the general boss, everyone, we came together.
Did you hear just that?
Yeah.
About 15 Prados or 10 with their boss. We came with the general, everybody came. Yep. But at the coroner inquest, he said there were just two jeeps, and in fact, they didn't come there at the same time. Did you just hear this? He doesn't know how to lie.
For him to come and give me
He doesn't know how to lie, that's why.
Everywhere was empty, both the Prado, we bought like 15 Prados or 10. With the general boss, everyone, we came together and everywhere like dry immediately. So I was shocked.
When I said this thing months ago that it all came in a convoy, you could see Dalpas was not lying. He confirmed this, but in his own statement, that's why I'm still going. Pythagoras has much work to do. Pythagoras, you have much to do. Whether it's felony or perjury, it is classified as one because it is recorded in a national TV with a lawyer by his side.
So I only call my director. I can't come out of this gate. You know all this Omotada there. I don't want them to wound me. Then he said I should hold on. He called someone that is living around that town hall and said, that person seems to be someone that one church.
Even on a limited budget, explore Allison's free learning management.
So 5 mo ikú mi bẹ́ẹ̀ tó gbé ọ̀kadà. So the bá ṣe kú mi bẹ́ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ọ̀kadà tí kò náà ọmọ ta yẹn, a lè book Uber, a lè àti director mi, a lè gba island lọ sí apartment táwọn àbúrò mi ti ń ṣe birthday. And I explain what happened to him that that pé mi and Mohbad ilé ń pé we have the two toy and he asked me to get out from his car that pé but that does not stop me from celebrating with you. So I came back for your birthday. And that was all. Then we started having fun, then on Monday, like it happened and I was on the island on Monday. So on Monday, and my bag is inside a Prado with my director bag. So I told my director, I need my bag. You know my passport is inside that bag.
2 bags. My bag and my director's bag. What is your director's bag doing in... Please, I need everybody to think. I need everybody to think about this. You are going for a show. Why do you need your bag that contains your passport because the show was meant for you to come, have fun, then go back home. Why were you thinking of putting your bag inside the Prado? Mohbad had already told you that, oh, don't worry, your brother's birthday will be done, your brother's party will be done. I'm going to do it for him. Just tell him to come over. After the show, we're going to do it in my house. Yet, you put your bag and that of your director in the Prado. Were you thinking of leaving? Why was a passport? Is a passport and ID card you carry all about? Please, my panelists, I'm throwing this. I'm gonna play the whole thing. We're still in 5 minutes 44 seconds. These are things I want you people to deliberate on. You were coming to Mohbad's house to have fun. Why are you carrying a bag containing a passport? Your director did not follow you to Lekki. Why were you with his bag? And why did you put the bag inside the Prado? Knowing fully well that you are following them back to the house. Were you planning on leaving the show that night? Why was the passport there? The police should help us check, is there a valid visa inside that passport? A valid visa. Is there a valid unexpired visa inside that passport?
Even if it's expired, Mr. Dawah, they have to check back to when the incident happened. That as at when Mohbad died, was there a valid visa on it?
And that's what I'm saying. Was there a valid visa around the period Mohbad died?
Or was there a visa promise? Come with your passport when you are coming, so that we can process visa for
and
you.
Also this, I don't know if it's confirmed or
and don't forget that there are some countries that it is visa on arrival.
Visa on arrival, exactly. Nigerian passport.
Hey guys, I'm liking your brilliant brains, you. I am loving your brilliant brains, you. Exhibit here. Thank you. Let's continue.
So, and I can't risk leaving my passport there.
You can't risk leaving your passport there, but you were carrying it up and down.
Then I text Wumi, which is Mohbad's wife, that's Cynthia. I said, Cynthia, I need my bag and my director's bag, and he's traveling tonight. He needs what is inside the bag. And
he's traveling tonight. Why are you with his bag at a place you are going to go and have a party, and your director is traveling? Why did you even carry it on Saturday? A bag that is needed on Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, are we thinking what I'm thinking? Who is that director and where is he traveling to? Hey. Let's continue.
She told me, don't come here for now. She texted and I even shared, I have the proof of everything. So and she said, don't come here for now. I said, don't come here for now. So I started texting and she did not reply me. So I text some mobile friends, boys, that was Lifestyle already. So I text Lifestyle and Lifestyle said, okay, you saw the bag that I should not be angry about that. But I said, no, it's me and Mohbad, it will soon call me now and everything will be over between us. So it's just normal. So I just need my bag. And that one said, okay, he has already seen the bag and he helped me gather the bag. And he said he's not at home now, but you give me someone number that will go. So I sent my direct.
I am pistis. Thank you very much. Why did you not text Mohbad? Why did you not even guy, I no like Alpha. My bag day with you, I beg, I don't carry to bat and be no yak before boys I call with Badiming Gates. Director me, only the baje. Why did you not text Mo? Why are you texting the wife? Why are you texting the friend? Why do you had an issue with Mo? You say you're a childhood friend. You should know how to calm your boy down. He's your boy. You should know how to talk to him. Let's continue.
So, to drive there with Uber, now help me go there, go and get my bag. I was in the apartment at my brother's birthday. So my director went there and they gave him the bag, which with my own bag, with his own bag. My director, they gave him the bag, my own bag, and his own bag that was left because we can't go back and take the bag because of the incident that happened. So, and I asked my director, when you get there, what are they doing? He said, it's not.
Why are you asking what were they doing?
He's trying to keep tabs on
Oh, Mr. Dawah, can I say something? Because according to what Prime Boy said at the Corona inquest, he said Mohbad was very sure that he was having issue with his wife and why don't you go to the house? Since you didn't have issues with Mohbad himself. Oh yeah, Corona inquest.
another.
You didn't even know when the glass got broken. You don't have any issues.
Why don't you go to the house? Why don't you text your friend?
Yes.
Exactly.
Why don't you go to the house yourself? Why must you send someone? Thank you.
God bless everybody. When the interview is said, that will be the last thing I'm going to play because I know so many people will see the lie. And this interview brings out a lot of suspicion. I've said that the first mistake Prime Boy did was to grant this interview. That is the first mistake he ever did. And that is why Baba has been making mistakes, granting interview. This is the very first mistake he did.
Mr. Dawah.
If you say,
Mr. Dawah, just to chip
this
into you guys, when you finish, go to Gist Lover. Josie has gone to disgrace himself praying with a camera. It's the comments on Gist Lover is mad. So now you guys should check that out later. I just had to chip that in before I forget.
No problem. Let me see if I can get that. Let me see if I can get that while people in the panel are talking. So I'll get that cooked up. You said Gist Lover, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get it, inshallah.
Okay.
Okay. Who is speaking? Okay, the British. Okay, continue.
She's on a call again. I just wanted to say something about Yeti Baby's comment. Why did Prime Boy send the director to get the bag? Why didn't he come down to the house himself? Even if he wasn't going to go inside, just stay outside the gate and get your bag. Why are you so scared? Why are you so worried about getting into that house by yourself? Passports. Why are you wary going in there? That guy has got all sorts going on around him, Joe. The British. The British, are you there?
To me, Prime Boy has always. Let me come in while the British is out. Prime Boy is out. His story about the bags, they just don't make sense to me, and I wonder who carries their passport around. Why carry your passport around? I don't understand. Doesn't make any sense at all.
No sense. Of course, he's carrying the passport around because he has a plan afterwards. For him to have even taken the bag to the show with him, it means that he had planned to do whatever he needed to do and just run away from there. From that show. But because Mohbad sent him out of the car, he couldn't. Because if you're going back to the house with them, why come with the bag in the first place? It It's a camera. It's your passport. It's safer in the house than in the car. You could be robbed. Didn't you think about that? You can have an accident. Didn't you think about that?
Hello.
Yeah, but they're British. You're back now.
Okay, I've been talking all along. I don't know why you guys couldn't hear me. I kept
hear you.
calling you out. I know you couldn't hear me, but I was talking and I was hearing you guys. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to start first from what Crime Boy said at the last inquest. He said, oh, they didn't even know that Omowumi was going with them. That they were already outside and she just came out with Liam. That they had to go with one jeep and arrange for the other jeep that they met there. That's line number one. Then, yeah, I think I noted it down. Madam, no. Then he talked about we were talking about the passport. Why did he have to go with the passport? The bag. The director didn't go with him to Lekki. He was the only one in Lekki. So why was he with his director's bag? Okay, let's say, they met there. The director came with his bag. Why does he have to leave the house with his own bag? Why does he have to move about with his passport? Even if he claims that he uses his passport as ID, the passport that is in your bag, if they catch you within the venue of the event, how would you get to your passport? So it doesn't make sense. And for me, the only thing that comes to mind is, did somebody ask you to, when you're coming along, bring your passport so that we can process yada for you, you know? And another thing that comes to mind, Prime Boy is an Ikorodu boy. Mohbad is an Ikorodu boy. If you have not done anything wrong, wallahi, you don't have to be afraid to leave that venue. So I am thinking that the news had already gone round that he had a fight with Mohbad. And that's why even his director said Adura and Darosha were charging towards him. They wanted to fight him. I think even Adura punched him. And that was the punch that their mother was referring to in the Punch interview. That Adura punched Prime Boy and came back to say, nobody should go and hit Prime Boy, because when he hit Prime Boy, he felt some strangeness in his hand. The very one he used, that he felt some strangeness, that he felt strange and he felt weak. And if we go back to the symptom Mohbad had, they said he was getting weak and the hand swollen. So definitely, if his hands were clean, if he had no cause for alarm, if he didn't do anything wrong, you are in your hood. You shouldn't be afraid to leave your hood. Except if you have done something wrong and you know that the guys, they are vexing, and you know that if they catch you, they will deal with you. And again, if there was no fight, why did you even have to go to Cubana? Even if he sends you out of the car, you can as well just go on with the other jeep, right? You can go with Ayan. You can go with anyone else. Ayan, Zlatan, you could have gone with anyone else. You can even go to Zlatan and say, this was what happened, and just go with them. Exactly. Just swap seats. Let Ayan come into Mohbad's vehicle and you go into the vehicle. Ayan had another jeep that had lifestyle and the rest of them. Exactly. Why did you have to be in Mohbad's own jeep? Exactly. So if he wants you out of that jeep, and you know that truly the issue wasn't about you and him for real, you could have just stepped away, stepped into the other jeep, and when you get back home, oh, kò lè tó bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn now, kìnnìkan. So for me, it's not adding up. It's really not. From time, his story never added up.
Just to keep in something that British before you round off that session, why was it that Cubana chief priest did not come over to see what was reported to him? Why did he leave?
You get, because if they had taken you that serious, he wouldn't just abandon you there. Oh. So maybe Cubana got there and they told him, oh, this guy did this, that, and they just left. Another thing I even wanted to point out is, we heard that you were hounding Mohbad for not reprimanding his brother for you. And he was telling you that even if he's going to reprimand his brother, he won't do that here. So is it that person that will be reprimanding his own wife before the drivers and you and everyone else, to the point of saying, oh, I only slept with you once, the baby is not mine? Make it make sense. If he will not reprimand his brother outside before you and others because they are outside, is it the wife now that he will say all those things to? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Right, that British, in the presence of the driver for that matter.
Exactly. So if he's not even doing same thing to his brother, he wouldn't do it to his wife. He would not. He would not. A man would even protect and give his wife even more respect. He can say anything to his brother, his younger brother, before anyone, but not his wife. Not his wife. So, anyway, it's just because we are having this conversation. I have never taken that guy serious for anything. Nothing comes from him. That is the truth. And all of this started from the fact that he, in his ignorance, thought that, oh, Omawumi is trying to nail him. They told him Omawumi is the one trying to nail him, whereas Omawumi only narrated what happened. It's the law that was taking its course to say that, okay, you had a fight with this guy, come and explain. So that's everything he's doing is just in his mind. He thinks he's doing an attack, whereas nobody attacked him. Thank you.
Okay, so let me finish the video. So every panelist, Pythagoras has been silent, so let me just finish it while he concludes his statement.
Mohbad, but he saw his boys playing table tennis in his compound, so they just opened the gate and passed my own bag to him and his own bag. I said that was all. For me to see my bag, Mohbad will call me by himself. I'm happy that they are playing for now. So the next day, that was maybe Tuesday. Also, after the birthday, the next day, I just replied on my own roadside manager, which is Banky. He said, Prime, I'm going to the mainland. I said, well, I'm not doing anything here. Mohbad, actually, I want to come and play with everybody. Through me, people will see Mohbad too. So, and now we are having calls. So let's just go back to the mainland. Chew our brain, then we can come maybe later. So we get to Ikorodu in the morning. Because we left Ikorodu very early, and we get to Ikorodu we get to Ikorodu in the morning, and we get into Ikorodu, we find a place to go and rest because the stress was too much. So we have to go and rest in a friend's place. So I was sleeping, my friends were sleeping, my roadside manager, everybody, we slept off. And the next thing was Prime. Only Mohbad is cool. I'm going to say Mohbad is cool. And share one minute. And my phone was switched off, unless I would be the first person to hear the news. But my own phone was switched off. So immediately I was shaking and I just go and plug my phone. I just start seeing messages popping up. People were saying, Prime, is it true this? Is it true this? I was shocked. I was not like, immediately I went online and said, are you satisfied now? Because he's always complaining about people chasing him, this, that. And I'm always seeing videos online, this, that. And I was not happy what I saw. So I said, okay, the next thing, like in the next 3 hours, I just start seeing my videos. They said he fought with one of his friends at Ikorodu and now one beat him with a ring in his hand. And I was like, hey, they even told they said police invited me. No one invited me. I'm not a criminal. I've never even for my life I don't even know any police case. Me. Nobody invited me. I was even calling some management that what should I do? I called like Obagi because military were there, Onyabo was there, police was there. So how will I touch him? Because they don't know me, they know you, they would disgrace me instantly. So I was just like smiling. So I was pretending that nothing happened to even them, but Mohbad was for Jugogo. Yes. Yes, I called the commissioner this morning, and
Okay, so let's give Pythagoras the opportunity to dissect everything that has been said about Prime Boy and everything he said there. So, Oga Pythagoras, are you there, sir? I hope Oga has not slept off.
No, I'm here, just in the kitchen. Yeah. I've listened to this crime boy story for more than 10 times, and it has never made any sense to me, and it's never going to make any sense, because for each of his sentence, for each line, there's always like 2-3 questions that cannot be answered, not by him, not by any reasonable person. Not like they cannot try to find an answer to it. They will try to find an answer to it, but it won't be anything reasonable. It won't be anything reasonable at all. Yeah, sorry. Whatever answer they want to find to it, it won't be reasonable. Because the first question I asked them was, like everybody have asked here, that what were you doing with your passport, number one? And so I thought you're supposed to have some kind of sense, answered and said, oh, it was for ID. You know, in Lagos, police can harass you. And I said, you now use your international passport as ID for police. Police that we know that if they are in their period in quotes, they can take that international passport and fling it away. You now risk using your international passport as ID for police officers in Lagos. And it's not like you're wondering about, you were going to an event and you were going in convoy of a celebrity. So it will never make any sense. That's number one. Number two, why were you even with the bag at all? Are we even sure you have any passport? You had any passport in that bag? Were you just trying to, do you just have every of your other things you need to, what do you call your getaway bag? Is that just your getaway bag? Maybe there's not even a passport there. How are we to know? How are we to confirm that? And digressing a little bit to what Dawah was asking earlier, we cannot really, this cannot fall under perjury, because this statement he made, it was just like a press release. The only time you can now catch him under perjury is if you now find out with facts that whatever he has said in the coroner's inquest under oath, if you now find out that there is lies there, he has lied about something there, that's when we can be talking of perjury. We cannot compare his statement in the coroner's inquest to what he said online. We can only compare his statement in the coroner's inquest to facts that we have been able to establish, whether by the police, by the lawyers, or by anybody giving evidence in any court of law. That's when we can now catch him on perjury. But on this now, he can still escape, he can still say, oh, he was just joking outside, he was just saying whatever came to his mind, because he was not under any obligation to tell the truth there. So going back to the questions on the story, why were you with this bag at all, your getaway bag? Why was it so difficult for you to go back home after they've left, go back to their house?
Pythagoras, I love the word you use now. His getaway bag. I like that word.
Yeah. So why was it difficult for you to go back after, yes, they left you there? You know the address to the house. Why was it difficult for you to get an Uber or Kada or anything and go back there? And even if you now instruct that nobody should open the door for you or now send you away from the house, then you can now come up and explain all these things to us, and then, maybe then, it can now make a little bit of sense. You went there, you sent somebody there to get the bag for you. You had to call the wife. You even had to ask them, you had to ask whoever you sent there to ask them what the condition was, what the atmosphere was like at home when they got there. All this will only be because you knew this guy did not live in a condition that would not require an emergency or a medical assistant. All this you knew, and you were monitoring the events from afar. You were monitoring it through the person you sent there, even through Baba Mohbad, eventually. Trying to confirm that your enterprise is succeeding, that whatever you have planned is working. One way so that you can get whatever reward you've been promised. In another way so that you can know if you need to come and complete the job or send somebody else to complete the job.
Pythagoras, can I quickly just say something? There was a day Prime Boy did a live show on TikTok, and he just carelessly said, if for say I follow Mohbad reach house that day, if for no die. So could it be that he had an antidote?
It's possible. It's possible there's an antidote, or it's possible he would have just even made it made it happen quicker than it happened. If there was no fight at all, if there was no aggravation at all, why would you even run to chief priest in the first place? If there was no fight at all, if there was no exchange of blows at all, why will you not go to, like somebody said, go to another Prado? You said you even brought the general boss. That would be like maybe a 14-seater, a 12-seater or something. Why would you not even go into that one and say, okay, you know what, let me just chill out here. I think there's something wrong with this boy for now. Why would you not take all these steps? If somebody, you left your brother's place because you were planning a birthday party for your brother, and you left that party and you came to this guy, and he promised you another bigger party for your brother, at least if not for anything at all. If it was just an argument like, Baba, I beg come up from this car. If it was just that, okay, no, we still have a party planned already. I already told my brother, don't worry, we have a bigger party for you. Brother and come out to Loboju or drone party and party but you did not do all this because there was actually a fight. There was a fight people witnessed. People can testify to it. Even you, mistakenly, on Yeyekudi's life, you testify to it that when the fight was going on, that was your words. So there was a fight. There is no way you can run away from that fact. what led to the fight is the only question you need to answer us now. Why do you think that's the place you need to fight your friend? Why do you think that's the event you need to carry out your plan? Because I believe this was just a rush job. It was a rush assignment that was given to you. Because I want to believe they would not have been able to read Mohbad's mind that he was going to call you to the event. Or maybe we should even lessen the crime for you. Could it be that you only have this diabolical whatever in your body just for protection, and your friend, being your friend, just happened to accidentally be the victim of this? And because you've already been thinking about it, after all, blow me. It's not helping me enough. He's not giving me money enough. He's the only one shining now. You knew what you did. That's why you ran away from the place. That was why you went to the chief priest to seek protection. If not that, what also Darusha àti àdúrà máa lù ẹ́ má wọn mọ̀pó ọ máa lù ẹ́ mọ́ wọn lára. No. Ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn yẹn náà ti rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ṣe lóòótọ́ tí wọn náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó save bẹ́ẹ̀. Wàá ti sá sẹ́yìn kan nu wọn even if they were going to overpower you. Wàá ti sá sára kan nu wọn if you did not even do something so grievous. So because what you did was so grievous, obvious and everybody witnessed it, ó mọ̀ pé àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn lè gbà á láǹbẹ̀ yẹn. You have to run to the event planner. Okay, or he can muster all protection for you.
Another thing that comes to mind, sorry, Pythagoras, could he also be avoiding that somebody else will fall victim of whatever it is he has on his body? Because money, protection, whatever. So, if another person okay, casualty so
yes, you will see it. And boy better to Lara only 53. The other day to one life to share I saw it clearly. Boy, you're my boy.
Pythagoras, Emma Binoya Kitusari had sync of this. There was this live tea, Bobo is shape pẹ̀lú mi mo tó jẹ́ náà àwọn host wọn yẹn. Bóyá ọjọ́ yẹn ló ṣe aṣọ́lẹ̀ tó ń sọ fún wọn pé ó wà ńlẹ̀ o. Tó bá wá òun láì nípa ti ìbílẹ̀ yẹn. Ó wà ńlẹ̀ o. And another thing, ìgbà tí ọjọ́ tó bá mọ̀jà ó dùn mí àwọn èèyàn ò screenshot ẹ̀ because when they started shouting his name, people were commenting then that he posted something on his story. I mean Instagram story. Pé ìwọ ló máa mọ bí tára ẹ kù sí. I don't know how true that story is. And another thing, before coming to do the TVC interview, he did one live video, one live chat stating that àbúrò Mohbad root sí òun. Òun dẹ̀ lọ bá Mohbad pé kó bá àbúrò ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀. Mohbad ò dáhùn before he changed the whole story. Mo ti wá gbogbo video yẹn online mi ò rí but TVC yẹn ni mo rí because people didn't really pay attention to Prime Boy like that. Wọn ò mọ epo máa dé ibi tó dé yìí. And let me now digress a little bit. Mr. Joseph, you claiming that àwọn àlè Wùnmí ni wọ́n bully ọmọ ẹ̀. Ṣé bully yẹn? Ṣé àwọn àlè Wùnmí tó bully ọmọ ẹ̀ yẹn? Nǹkan tó ń sọ fún wa ńsìn ni pé àwọn ni wọ́n pa Mo torí ó sọ pé àwọn àlè Wùnmí ló pa Mo. So Prime Boy náà pẹ̀lú àwọn àlè Wùnmí, Mr. Dawah tó nígbà tẹ́ ń ṣe kinní yẹn láàárọ̀ mú wa ń bi iṣẹ́ mi lè sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ bá mi hide Prime Boy morúkọ àwọn òbèlè olèlè tẹ́ dárúkọ yẹn.
As per àwọn àlè Wùnmí.
As per àwọn àlè Wùnmí. Because he claimed that àwọn àlè Wùnmí ni wọ́n rán ni wọ́n na ọmọ òun kiri. Ṣé prime boy náà pẹ̀lú àwọn àléwu mi because ó bá ọmọ ẹ̀ jà?
Àwọn àlè tọ̀dọ̀ ẹ̀ torí àlè ẹ̀ ní ìyá prime boy.
So we should add that to it too. Because now Mr. Patagura said something. I don't even want to believe that. But people in so they might get to court and start saying that maybe they were not in their right senses. Because you said everything they were saying online now go mean in court like that. That became sure got the meaning, yes, sir.
Yes.
Because they didn't say it on that. Yeah, it may feel it did Baba Mohbad change nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn, and at the end of the day, wọ́n níjà ló dé torí dòwe, wọ́n máa gbàgbé ẹ̀.
No, kò ń ṣe bí defamation o.
The criminal, under criminal offense. Only Mali introduce here, but there is always a way to introduce some of these online things. There's always a way to push a question to them, and they will be the one to introduce that. Once you open that door for a lawyer, you can no longer close it. But they cannot force the door open. You want to actually introduce the order from online, then you have given them access to it. Then they can now use that to impugn your character. They can now use that one to challenge your character itself. But if you are wise enough to stay away from using it, because to ba be question lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó bá lọ ń gbé answer wá bí ń pé nǹkan tó gbọ́ online, then you are already in trouble. Torí gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n náà sọ online will now be introduced into the proceeding. But tó bá ṣe yẹn, lawyer yẹn kò lè from anywhere lọ gbé online talk wá tí ó bá really wà relevant, tí ó bá sí fact tó ti prove sílẹ̀ nú ẹ̀. Kò lè lọ mú online lágbájá sọ báyìí online no until tí wọ́n tó wà nínú box tó bá lọ introduce yẹ nígbà yẹn ló ṣílẹ̀kùn yẹn fún wọn. So that's why I'm saying they can really not use that one to judge against whatever is said under oath. The British baby wanted to say something.
Yeah, I wanted you to clarify her that it's not same as I wanted defamation. You still were doing nǹkan tó ń sọ online òun kàn sọ ni ó fi defame èèyàn ni, that is punishable. It's chargeable. It's not perjury. I wanted you to clarify that.
Yeah, that one you can now fight that one if you feel like you want to punish the person personally. You can go the civil route and sue the person for all the money they have, or you can still now push the police, push the state to charge them. Toba will content in Kotoso if it amounts to criminal defamation. If it's said just to put you in harm's way, to put your life in danger, then it becomes criminal defamation. But if they just said it just to impugn your character, just to damage your integrity, then you can seek civil remedy on that.
Well, like Josie to commit méjèèjì, because when he says that ètò ìsọ níjọ́ Sunday yẹn Ọlọ́run ló pa, and there have been instances where people have threatened her life based on all of his utterances. And the defamation part, the civil part of it. So and we are taking actions. Otherwise,
the caveat there, if you go for the criminal aspects, you might have to step down on your civil.
I know. I was just joking about doing the both. But if the state is taking the criminal aspect and she is going for the civil, well, okay, you have done this against me.
No, the criminal aspect still stand. After the criminal aspect, you discharge you cannot continue your civil case. But about convict the criminal aspect here, we can't charge him again for any civil part of the case. Of that particular thing.
Did you hear? Tomahumi Batini, Ro, Vesh, Suba, Boko, Ayashu, Ashu Fujo Sini.
My case with this prime boy now is this. Since you know that Mohbad was fighting with his wife, why did you not go to that house when you heard he died on that Tuesday? Why did you not go? Since your narration was that there was no fight, it was Mohbad and Wunmi that they were fighting concerning I only slept with her once, who is the father of Liam, blah 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 blah. On that Tuesday, why then did you not go to the house when you heard on social media that Mo passed? That's what I want to round off the show with, because it's midnight here, and honestly speaking, I would like to crash. Pythagoras, honestly speaking, I after God that has been helping with the shows, I would always want to thank you for always being there too. You're a body of knowledge, and it's very nice to learn new things from you, sir. Thank you very much.
Wow.
To all my panelists, the British babe especially, Don Dada, Betty Alaja, Liberation, Dukia, my moderator, thanks a lot. I'd like to drop it because honestly speaking, I was already dozing until somebody mentioned my name just now.
I mentioned your name.
Yeah. Mentioning my name.
I'm also dropping off UK time. It's midnight, so me and my sweetheart, Joe, I fell on.
Yeah, you guys can go and do whatever you
I fell on retire.
We don't really care about whatever you do.
You care is a lie. The fact that you say you don't care, you care. You care. Okay? So stop saying you don't care. Joe, torí Ọlọ́run. Ẹ mọ̀ pé. Ẹ má kókó mọ́ wa. All they need láti máa bá mi lubricate and all of that, you know.
Story only once.
Top up. It's called top up. All right, guys.
Pythagoras, I'm going to placenta up.
It's wala. Àti nílẹ̀ tá fẹ́ bury ẹ̀ sí sílẹ̀.
Okay. Placenta is full of blood. Troubling me, kilo day. All right, thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, thank you for coming. And Morobe àti fa prime boy ní ọyàn tán.
Ẹyẹ dẹ̀ máa fa lọ, ẹ̀yin ará Canada àti America, everything yìí yàtọ̀.
Èwo ni gbogbo tí display kan náà? Èwo ni kan? Ẹjọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run.
Ta ló gbàdúrà kan?
Gba yàrá lọ kọ́ gba yàrá lọ.
Ta ló gbàdúrà kan máa bò ó tọ́pọ̀? Ta ló gbàdúrà kan máa bò ó
tọ́pọ̀? Kí ló dé gangan?
Ta ló gbàdúrà kan máa bò ó tọ́pọ̀? Àwọn kan dé.
Ẹ lọ tọ́pọ̀ àwọn tọ́pọ̀ kan péré ni Wùmí ṣe olódoyún o. Ẹ ṣáà ṣọ́ra.
Àwa ń tọ́pọ̀ pé tó ti doyún náà ni.
Ṣọ́bí mi ọlọ́mọ nọ́mbà lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo request lẹ sáré gòkè àbíbò.
Ta ló ń wá yín? Kí lẹ̀ ń sọ? Ta ló ń wá yín? Ẹ jẹ́ lọ bí ṣé ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pè ní top up Jesus is Lord? Ṣé ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bẹ̀?
Kí lẹ sọ?
Ṣé ìmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pè ní top up?
Fuck up.
Ṣé ẹ̀ ń gbọ́?
Béèyàn fuck up àbí?
Pythagoras ẹ̀ fi bí lọ.
Ìyá dádì mi á sọ pé Adíṣèbí tí wọ́n bá ti fọ́ glass cup bá fọ́ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn, Adíṣèbí òun ní kẹ̀kẹ́ ní fuck up yìí. Adíṣèbí pé èèyàn fuck up náà ni. So òṣèbó náà ni.
Ó dà o. Ẹ̀yẹ máa fuck up o. Àwa ń lọ ṣe dìmé ló dára.
Ìyá bàbá mi Adíṣèbí téèyàn bá ṣàtìtí kọ́ọ̀pù bá jábọ́ lọ́wọ́ èèyàn Ìṣèbó oníwèrè lágbèjì Adíṣèbí òun lè dè títẹ̀ ẹ̀sọ́ pé fuck up yìí. Àbí ṣé kìí ṣe òun náà ni?
Ẹ kalẹ́ o, ẹ káàárọ̀ àbí kí náà wí.
The last time tí mo rí yín mo ì tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí
ẹ tún ti ń rìn lóru.
A máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. ẹ káàárọ̀ mo kí everybody ẹ kú ọmọ níṣe Ọlọ́run á wà aṣọ́bí mi Ọlọ́run á wà pẹ̀lú everybody o.
Last time tí mo rí yèyé mi ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní máa yọyàn.
Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ṣe ọyàn yẹn ti wá yọ dáadáa sí.
Because last time tí mo rí yèyé ó ní first born mi mo ní mo dẹ̀ ti bí
ẹ fi mí lẹ̀.
Yèyé ṣe ẹ̀kẹ̀bú.
Ó tì. Ìfimí sílẹ̀ yín ó kún dédé yín.
Ẹ ṣáà má bímọ tó kẹtàn.
Ó ga ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ó mà tọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta tí mo ti kí gbogbo yín tí mo ti gòkè.
Ẹ̀yin náà la máa bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ẹ dúró ná mo tún dé lálẹ́ yìí o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó ya ẹ̀ lẹ́nu ẹ má jẹ́ kó rọ̀ tí mo fẹ́ sọ ẹ̀ kó rí bákan ẹ kàn là mí lọ́yẹ̀ nítorí mo ti rò kó yé mi. Ṣé bí bàbá yìí ṣe ń jáde tó ń lọ Aláròyé tó ń lọ Alárògbà tó ń grant interview ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé Wùnmí náà ò lè grant interview ni? Because ṣe rí ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ fún yín Yorùbá máa ń pòwe kó wọ́n ní òkú ìgbẹ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀ mà ló ń pààyàn ẹnu màná fi ń pa ìbáyé èèyàn jẹ èèyàn mélòó ló máa sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí tí èèyàn bá stand up to bully nígbà míì ó máa ń fìyà jẹyàn tí èmi ò ní pé kó bọ́ta kó máa jàbí kó máa bú bàbá yìí bet nǹkan tí bàbá yìí bá bọ́ta sọ tó bá di pé ó bọ́ síta òun náà lọ grant interview ó sọ ti tẹnu ẹ̀ tó ti rí i pé ó bọ́ta ń bí àwọn òun náà bọ́ta ń bẹ̀ ó sọ tẹnu ẹ̀ gbogbo òṣì orí burúkú yìí máa stop gbogbo kìíní irritate ó ń ya ó fẹ́ máa ó ń dorí ọ̀tá èèyàn rú náà.
yèyé ọkùnrin yẹn máa bẹjọ́ jẹ́.
ẹjọ́ kí ni ẹjọ́ ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi.
Mọ́mí ànídìí ẹ̀ bàbá máa sọ tó bá dé court ẹ má wọlé mà.
Ó dá àwọn tí ń gbọ́.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé mi ti fẹ́ lọ sùn tẹ́lẹ̀ torí ẹ mọ̀ pé èmi ni píìlì yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni
torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe.
Torí kíní nǹkan ká mi lára ni.
Okay, calm down. Sherry, at the end of the day, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ pé.
Don't me, thank you, my sister. Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ pé Josie ń lọ káàkiri, ó ń irritate yín, ó ń piss yín off. Nǹkan tí Ọmọ́wùnmí náà máa dì nìyẹn tó bá bọ́ sí the same level pẹ̀lú wọn. Don't forget that gbogbo kìràkìtà wọn yìí náà is to get her out.
Girl.
That's the gbogbo kìràkìtà. But action. A lot of action wà téèyàn lè ṣe. Instead tẹ máa bọ́ bọjá wúrà. Òwe kan tí mo tún gbọ́ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ Justice for Mohbad. Instead tẹ máa bá ọ̀bọ jáwúrà. Just take up actions. Ẹ máa file, ẹ máa slam wọn ní straight, ẹ máa slam wọn. Let that do the talking. Cherry tó bá ti di sọ kí n sọ. Our DNA tó lè ní upper hand. But at the end of the day, it will just be entertainment and content for social media. And that's not what we want. That's not what we want.
Okay. Okoko gba tí.
Mọ́mí rí.
Sáàmà.
Wọ́n ní ọmọ ọba òun jàjà bí ẹrú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ṣá.
Òsì lẹ́rú ẹ jẹ́ kó máa jàjà kiri bí ẹrú. Wùmí máa ọmọ ọba ni Wùmí.
Irọ́ dẹ̀ ti pọ̀ jù. Bó bá bọ́ta lénìí, ọmọ kẹtàn, yẹ̀yẹ́ ìyẹn lánàá, ìyẹn ti rí ní ìyá mi lẹ́nu.
Wọ́n ní iṣẹ́ àmọ̀pọ̀ ọmọ tó bá fẹ́ ga ló máa ń kẹtàn.
Of course, ọmọ tó máa nà.
Ṣé Mohbad ti bá wo ìrìn Mohbad gan ṣé kò ṣòpó gẹ̀tàn? Ẹni bàbá lẹ̀ mà. Gbogbo ẹ̀ ó máa tó sán, ó máa tó.
Ẹ tiẹ̀ dúró náà, ńgbà tó lọ́mọ kẹtàn, oníwọ̀ ò kẹtàn, ṣé wọ́n ló bí ni?
Ṣé òun ló bí?
Mohbad ló bí náà èwo ní ọmọ kẹtàn wọ́n ní ọmọ kẹtàn.
Kí ló ti kúkú jẹ́wọ́ àbọ̀ ló bá wù mí sùn.
Mo ń sùn àdẹ̀wà mọ̀ àbí kí ló dé gan-an. Ẹ dúró náà nínú gbogbo ohun tó tiẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tó ti ka kínní ṣé kò tiẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ pé òun fẹ́ sin ọmọ yìí ni.
Èmi ti lọ sọ yèyé everyone good night.
Ọ̀rọ̀ dojú ẹ̀.
Tí wọ́n lọ́rọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ mi ò lè sí wọn.
ẹ ṣàrí tí wọ́n ń ṣe prayer lórí ilẹ̀ tuntun sìn.
Dúró if ìwò ìyá mi ò mọ nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kó tó di pé wọ́n ka rìsọ́ọ̀tì bàbá yìí ò lọ síbẹ̀ kó lọ gbàdúrà nítorí pé Wùnmí ló dojúkọ ó wá yàtọ̀ sí i ó lọ ń gbàdúrà.
interview tó wá ṣe lánàá àbí nǹkan lọ́dọ̀ Aláròyé ṣe ìfowópamọ́ tá a fi pọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ìjẹ̀bùkọ́ ti gé blọọkù sórí ilẹ̀ kán lè bá fíìsì.
ó ti sọ ó ní oníṣègbè nìkan lówó òun ṣùṣù ló gbé mọ́tò fóun wípé wọ́n máa kó
olóde sọ gbogbo wọn yẹn ó ti mọ̀ pé nǹkan tóun máa ń sọ nìyẹn tó wọ́n fi ń jáde so ó fẹ́ kọ́ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì yẹn by fire by force ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé táìmù tó ó lè tètè lu opportunity.
tí ẹ rò pé máa yìí ó ń lo kọ̀ọ̀kan fáwọn pípù tó ń fún lówó.
mọ́mì ṣojú lásán lẹ pé ní.
òun náà ni mo fẹ́ sọ kó ń ṣojú lásán.
ṣé ẹ gbọ́ interview ẹ̀ yẹn jòsí fọ̀rọ̀ Mohbad ló ti ṣe pé ó fi ṣe
ó ń lo nǹkan fún gbogbo àwọn tó ń dáwó fún tán tẹ̀lé kó ṣe ní máa mú yèyé ojú lásán ògbójú kò gbá kinní kan lọ́wọ́ èkùrọ́ ó láti lò fún wọn.
yèyé ìkéde kìtàkẹ́ wá sọ̀rọ̀ tó fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kan ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ṣe dáwó fún yín.
for where.
Ta ni o mọ̀ pé kinní. ó ti júbọ lójú ó lọ.
òun kan nẹ ló ń joyè Joseph náà kúkú ni alálà òun lálà òun ṣe òun mọ̀.
ṣé ìbọn tó fẹ́ yàn lọ ẹ̀yẹn ṣé kìí ṣe kó dọ́ọ̀jì ẹ̀ tó wá ṣọmọ ẹ̀ ló wá nílé.
of course ó lóun kó sáàrin méjì ìbọn yẹn ni.
òun kó sáàrin méjì so wá escape ẹ̀ wá jálé torí ṣé ó rò pé òkú lòun tiẹ̀ ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní tá a bá túmọ̀ gbogbo nǹkan tó sọ yẹn mọ́mì ṣùgbọ́n àní túmọ̀ ẹ̀ á lọ sọ́nlé ẹjọ́ tó bá yá títí kan ìyá Mohbad ló máa sùn jò sí bó ṣe wà yẹn.
ẹ wo bó ṣe ń lọ rídíkù wúmà yẹn lórí interview wèrè tó ń ṣe ẹ wo bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ wúmà yẹn jẹ́ mọ̀ pé ó sọ gbólóhùn kan ní inú interview ọ̀dà Aláròyé yẹn ó ní Mohbad ń promise yẹ òun fẹ́ fún yẹ 5 million kìíní kan million ṣé mo kó pèdè kan mi rò páwọn èèyàn wọ́n rí àárín yẹn ó ní òun náà nìyẹn kó máa gbà ó ní láì mọ̀ pé ń tá a bá ṣiṣẹ́ fún kò kí ń pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹni gbogbo lóhùn yẹn ṣá.
mọ́mí òun náà la ṣe ń béèrè.
ó tún yọ wúmà yẹn pé ọmọ yẹn kú mà nìyẹn.
no ma ṣé nǹkan tó ṣe di pé ìwọ wá fẹ́ fún ìyá ẹni 5 million kó fi ṣe ṣọ́ọ̀bù nǹkan tí ò ṣiṣẹ́ fún kàkà kéku mọ́ jẹ sèse lédè Yorùbá.
ayérayé o.
àbí kò mọ̀ túmọ̀ nǹkan tó ń sọ yẹn ni mọ́mì so ṣé ká sọ pé jòsí fi Mohbad ṣàwàdànù ni kí ìyá ẹ̀ má bàa jèrè ẹ̀.
Jésù ikú ọmọ yẹn gan dùn mọ́nú nítorí pé kí ìyá ẹ̀ má bàa jèrè ẹ̀ gan ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ọgbọ̀rọ̀ gọ́gọ́ nìyẹn. Ó ga o Mohbad kú fọ́tàyọ̀.
kì í gbà yẹn mo sọ ní bó ṣe ń pè ẹ́ mo ní bàbá tí ń kà.
Mohbad kú fọ́tàyọ̀ Ọlọ́run.
ẹ ká sọ gbogbo ilé o.
ẹ ká
sọ lèmi wà o. ṣé ti rí bàbá yẹn ẹ gbọ́ gbogbo orí burúkú tó sọ mí tiẹ̀ I was not even níṣẹ́ kò give interview mo wá ń gbọ́ pé ó sọ pé wọ́n lálà nígbà tí bọ́ọ̀sì ń bá mi kó ṣì lọ wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n lálà òun lòun gbé ògo òun fún Mohbad so ìwọ wá gbògo padà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ ẹ ṣé torí ẹ̀ ló ṣe lù pópó ni or what torí kò yé mi ṣé nítorí ẹ̀ ló ṣe pa ni because I don't understand this man.
ẹ fílẹ̀ abatúmọ̀ nǹkan tó wá jáde sọ yẹn ṣàfilẹ̀.
ó bá tún padà ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ọmọ yẹn ó kọ́kọ́ sọ́lá kọ́kọ́ nílé àwọn kọ́ tó pọ́jú kan làwọn ọmọ máa ń rìn Liam tún dójú tiẹ̀ oṣù méje lọ́nà ó rìn. oníbó lẹ́gẹ̀lẹ́gì wọ́n tún ṣó ẹ̀ ọmọ òníbó lẹ́gì kí ni ìṣòro bàbá yìí láti ilẹ̀ tẹ́ bá rántí pé mò ń sọ kíní pé owó ni bàbá Mohbad ń lé kò lé pé who killed my child no so ọ̀dẹ ni kò kàwé ńgbà tí ọmọ ẹ̀ competition tó ní Sam Larry nídìílé Elégùṣì kò sọ pé Elégùṣì that's to tell you are stupid anybody can come for that ìdílé does that mean ọba yẹn mọ̀ rí ni I don't understand tó fi ń translate gbogbo nǹkan tó ń translate but bottom line èmi ò fi pé ó yẹ kí Wùnmí jáde ṣẹ́rí òkò tó máa ń sọ fún ní kéékèèké tó máa ń jẹ́ kó ya wèrè yẹn ó tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn ọlọ́ọ̀ba tí Sahara ló sì ń dín pẹ̀lú látijọ́ yẹn o tí ó sì ń bá tó ṣe ń já kiri bíi ti kíní nǹkan kan ó tọ́ ni ó máa ń jù fún lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ni a kò jùlẹ̀ ni adẹ̀dàkẹ́ a máa wò kó tún máa ya wèrè lọ bó ṣe wà yẹn o yes and that's the best thing for people like this kò ní brain bó ti wò kéré mọ́ it's so life fún Mohbad yẹn he wants it so bad he wants it so bad. I don't know mi tí ìrì abiyamọ tó ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn I have never seen it eléyìí jọ mí lójú mẹ́. Wọ́n ń ṣe èpè ó dàbí pé kò fẹ́ kọ́mọ ìyá Mohbad kọ́kọ́ yanjú mọ́ kókò máa bà ayé wọn jẹ́ ni wọ́n ń ṣe èpè fún àdúrà ó dẹ̀ jókòó dẹ̀ ń gbọ́ oníbó bá jẹ́ àdúrà náà ni kó lọ sí jail so you don't care what kind of a father says that nobody killed Mohbad nobody killed this but ṣé láwọn ọmọ kan wà tọ́lọ́run ti mọ̀ pé bó ṣe máa rí rèé ayé yẹn wọ́n máa wá short ẹ̀ tẹ̀ dúpẹ́ pé fọmọ́lẹ̀ can you imagine kọ́mọ yẹn kókò kú bẹ́ẹ̀ kó kákan nǹkan tí jòsí ń fẹ́ nìyẹn wọ́n ní wọ́n ra nǹkan lórúkọ Liam ìwọ ni wọ́n máa make sure gbogbo bàbá wo ló fẹ́ bí ẹ tó fẹ́ gbà kẹ́lẹ̀ mọ̀ pé bàbá yìí ó lè. tó tún sọ nínú interview kó n fẹ́ gbà. ó ní wọ́n sọ pé two acres ó náà ní 2 acres wà lọ́wọ́ wọn òun á make sure pé òun gbà mọ́ iṣẹ́ lórí burúkú ní nǹkan tán ni wọ́n rà lórúkọ ọmọ ẹ torí ogún èmi tí mò ń sọ láti jẹ́ pé torí ogún ni bàbá Mohbad ṣe ń jà. torí ogún ẹ mọ nǹkan tí wọ́n máa ń ṣe fún wọn wá gbé àwọn fídíò tó ṣe nígbà tó ṣe bá díẹ̀ last year ọmọ yẹn tó kú ó yọya lọ nígbà tó ṣe bá díẹ̀ tí Wùnmí ló ń parọ́ happy birthday JESU kìnnìkan tó fi gé kéèkì olórí burúkú yìí àṣọ òun yọ ọmọ ọlọ́mọ àṣọ ò láìkí ẹ̀ àṣọ ò láìkẹ̀ irú ẹ̀dá wo ni ẹ irú bàbá wo ni ẹ irú ayé wo ló ti ẹ̀ wáyé ìgbà tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣépè fọmọ ẹ̀ ń pẹ́ kí bàbá yìí stop ẹ̀ náà ó yẹ kó sọ fún apẹ́ má bàa mi ṣépè fọmọ ẹ̀ ń tó pọn ọmọ mi nu mò ń wá ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá má ṣépè fún nǹkan tó filẹ̀ fún un nǹkan tí mo expect nìyẹn kò dẹ̀ sọ ó dẹ̀ tún ẹ̀ fún wọn láti máa pẹ́ ọmọ yẹn lọ́mọ ṣe bí gbogbo wa la gbọ́ ìyá prime boy ló ti ẹ̀ sọ ìyá prime boy sọ pé inú ilé òun láti jábàá ìyá prime boy ló sọ ó ní yes ó nínú ilé òun ni Mohbad ti jábàálẹ̀ ẹ̀ ṣẹ́ríṣẹ́ bàbá olórí burúkú dẹ̀ sọ pé òun ò mọ̀ pé ó wà pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ for 10 years. ẹ ṣe bí ọmọ ìyá prime boy ló wá ní Mohbad ló bá sùn lẹ́ẹ̀kan bọ̀ inú ilé wọn ló ti jábàálẹ̀ orí bẹ́ẹ̀dì ìyá prime boy àbí nínú yàrá wọn ló ti jábàálẹ̀.
severally ni Mohbad máa ń gbé Wùnmí wá sunlé òun kó tó di ipò lọ rojọ́ bẹ́rẹ̀ yẹn severally. ó sọ lórí
torí wọ́n máa ń gbàgbé wọ́n máa ń gbàgbé gbogbo ìsọkúsọ tó máa ń sọ sódà.
ó dé wo ni ọmọ àlè tán ń sọ ó ní kí wọ́n ti sọ di.
tó ń sọ ìgbà tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ the first thing tó sọ nìyẹn ó ní èwo ni tọmọ àlè tó ń pè ó náà ṣe máa pè lọ́mọ àlè bọ̀ kò ń ṣọmọ àlè o kò ń ṣe ọmọ àlè rárá ó sọ ń gbà yẹn all of a sudden ìgbà tó wá gbé tí bàbá Mohbad lọ gbà á lẹ̀ ṣe rántí póun lọ́kọ́ gbé torí àdúrà sọ póun ló bá Mohbad jà ṣó ti yé
abiyamọ ẹ ti mix ẹ up after tó dé láti ẹ̀wọ̀n lójú tẹ̀sí wọn lójú pé wo ni gbogbo ọmọ àlè tí wọ́n ń sọ gan.
Lábẹ́ ìwà ìṣe tó ń sọ pásọ̀ yẹn lákọ̀ọ́kọ́.
After tó dé ni mọ́mì àkọ́kọ́ yẹn kò sọ anything nípa ọmọ àlè ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ àlè ò tí ì jẹyọ ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n declare wanted ló lọ police station tó fi mú.
ló lọ police station tó fi mú.
Yes, ẹ ti mix
but at least ó make a statement here but I'm just saying that they offer these people money I'm telling you. Wọ́n offer àwọn owó láti máa change òun ẹ gbọ́ pé Bùnmi náà sọ ẹ jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ bóyá ó lè sọ nǹkan tó máa help ọkọ òun kò yé yín but at the end of the day kí ló ń sọ ó dẹ̀ ti ń ṣì sọ́ǹsì torí owó ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń bọ́jọ̀ láyín jẹ́ ẹ̀ torí owó wọ́n bá àtúbọ̀tán wọn jẹ́ àbọ̀ gbàgbé ni pé owó máa tán èèyàn ló máa kù mo máa ń sọ kinní kan ṣẹ́rẹ́ ẹ wo gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ pọ́kọ̀ déédéé pick up wọ́n ti star tọrọ pa wọn ti di star lẹ́yìn tí bloggers gbogbo wọn bá ti kúrò awakùn wọn akóre wọn àwọn náà wà dà ẹ ní rí wọn mọ́ ló bá lọ pẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí bàbá jòsè ń fi owó tó ń fi ìbànújẹ́ kó jọ ìkó mọ̀ o dẹ̀ ń yẹ̀ ìyá rẹ̀ o dẹ̀ wá sọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀dẹ̀ tó ń wá sọ ìjọ méje lòun ẹ̀ ń yí padà ìjọ méje ìwọ́dẹ̀ ìdè mo tí ó responsible bàbá yóò responsible from day one kò ní responsibility tó fi lè bọ́mọ Johnson tó lè tọ́jú wọn mélòó àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ education.
tó wá jogún ọmọ ọlọ́mọ ló wá gbójúlé láti fẹ́ fi táwọn ọmọ yẹn.
ọmọ yẹn sanwó skul àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ ó sanwó skul àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ how old ni Mohbad tó ń sanwó skul àwọn àbúrò ẹ̀ ọmọ ìpàpàpọ̀ kò ṣàgbàpọ̀ ó ń gbówó wálé ó ní òun mọ nǹkan tí prime boy ṣe ṣe mọ̀ pé ó tún sọ nǹkan kan ó ní ìgbà kan prime boy wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan kan prime boy ó dẹ̀ jẹun lọ́dọ̀ prime boy pé wọ́n ní nǹkan tí prime boy bá ń ṣe kóun náà máa ṣe ṣe mọ̀ pé mo sọ́njọ́ kan mo ló ṣe yahoo bàbá yìí ló máa ń mú lọ sílé aláàfà tó ń mú lọ ń gbà yẹn ọmọ ìjáde pé bàbá Mohbad kò ń ṣàìlú ẹ̀kẹ́ máa sọ̀sọ́kùsọ o yes orí kinní kan mo ti rí nígbà mi tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ó máa di wàhálà báyìí yes ọmọ yẹn sọ ó ní ó ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ bàbá òun ló máa ń mú wá ń gbà tó ṣì ń ṣe yahoo yes ìwọ tó mọ kúrò lábẹ́ láti tó lọ skúlù tó kúrò lábẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé ìgbà tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ o mọ̀ gbà tó sáyẹ̀nsì náírà o mọ̀ gbà tó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ó kàn mówó fọ òde ń gbà olóṣì àtàtẹnujẹ gbẹkúgbẹkú oníranmù bó dẹ̀ ṣe ń jẹ́ náà o kàn ń jẹ́ sí o kàn ń jẹ́ dànù ni.
ẹ má bínú màá tún interject ń bẹ yẹn ibi náírà aspect yẹn ọmọ yẹn.
Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not yet to do so.
2 weeks Wùmí sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n ní kò
ló ní kó sáìn
kò lọ sáìn
bí owó wà nú ẹ̀.
gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ti máa mú owó máa yí lórí ni.
ó sáìn ẹ̀ ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì nípa wípé ó ń sanwó skul ọmọ kí tó wá sókè lẹ́ẹ̀kan ara ń ta mí torí pé àwọn panel ti full. I want to quickly chip in this thing aside pé wọ́n búlẹ̀ ọmọ yẹn number one Tositi trampled on that boy's self-esteem látìgbà tó ọmọ yẹn ti wà
kékeré. tó mọ̀ jù látìgbà tó ti kékeré nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ nìyẹn. ẹ wo bó ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ ṣé ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọ̀jẹ̀ ó ló ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ọ̀jẹ̀.
personality disorder. ọmọ yẹn ní wọ́n ti rún childhood ọmọ yẹn láti kékeré bọ́mọ yẹn ṣe wà yẹn if they don't bully that boy if they don't bully him ibi.
ó dẹ̀ gbé Wùmí gan ló máa ń push ẹ̀ up ló máa ń ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ fún.
ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mà if he didn't go through all those things kò sí ni ọmọ yẹn mess up láti lẹ̀.
tàgbà ìgbà ìrúrú bàbá wèrè yìí kò ní mess up.
whatever the guy went through ó wá contribute sí mental health issue tọmọ yẹn contribute láti kékeré. Because when he enjoyed his childhood he laboured. He was used as a slave labour from láti kékeré.
àwọn jọ kọrin àwọn jọ kọrin.
ọmọ yẹn ní high blood pressure tọmọ yẹn ní it wasn't hereditary it was induced. It was induced either through stress or through through stress or through the bullying aspect and depression that he went through. That's just it.
Mọ́mí ṣe rí orin tí bàbá Mohbad òun mo ṣe sọ pé ó fẹ́ ka ìjó ká o ṣe rí orin tó ṣe yẹn ṣe rí orin tó ṣe tí Mohbad tó lóun Mohbad jọ ṣe pé Mohbad wá sọ pé bàbá pé kiri kan ó ti pẹ́ tó ṣàti fẹ́ gbọ́dún pé kóun náà ṣàdìgbé star yìí orin tó jọ ṣe tí Mohbad jọ kúrò yẹn.
kò dùn mọ́ nínú ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni.
kò dáríjì Mohbad ó pẹ̀lú bàbá Mohbad máa kà mọ́mí ẹ̀ jáde síbẹ̀ nǹkan ṣì ń gbénú ẹ jẹ́ kó máa sọ lọ ó fẹ́ kà ní ẹjọ́ máa sọ lọ.
ó máa ga ọ ṣáàbì amọ̀lélé ọmọ máa jà ṣe mistake o.
ẹ jẹ́ sọ fún yín mọ́mì kò mọ̀ pé bóun ṣe ń sọ àwọn kan wà tá a mọ̀ bó ṣe mọ̀ lọ ẹ filẹ̀ orin kí ẹ béèrè pé kí ló ṣe nígbà tó ọmọ yẹn yọ orin yẹn ẹ jẹ́ kí bàbá Mohbad máa kà lọ.
ẹ̀ka lẹ́ mo fẹ́ béèrè questions kan ni o. Mohbad ẹjọ́ ìsìnwó lẹ́rù pé lọ́ọ̀yà máa fún.
kò ní dá lóhùn náà níṣèbò níyàwó.
á lóun kọ́ ni next of kin right.
yes kò tó máa ń fún níyàwó.
Penny so he went to the lawyer 24 hours less than 24 hours tí ọmọ ẹ̀ kú. now ṣe rò pé jòsí ò tí lọ bá Naira Marley.
ta ni ò mọ ìyẹn rè nítorí ẹ̀ ni ò ṣe dárúkọ ẹ̀ ó ní ọmọ yẹn ò sọ̀rọ̀ Sammy ó ní kò sọ̀rọ̀ Sammy mo náà dẹ̀ yẹn Naira Marley ló sign contract pẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
acting on a script.
ọ̀dẹ̀.
now a ti lọ bá Naira náà àti sọ fún pé àkóyí sì bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bàbá àkànlé handover lé yín lọ́wọ́.
àkànlé gbélé o.
ó lọ́mọ then ẹ̀yin kọ́ ni next of kin ẹ̀.
àwọn nǹkan tó ṣe ń jà nìyẹn.
ẹgẹtẹ so ta lè wá rò kó máa fi ṣe
ó lé ní.
ṣé wá rí nínú household wọn.
ẹ̀bọ̀ tó bá tiẹ̀ fi Wùmí ṣe target ṣó yẹ kó mú ọmọ kékeré tí ò lẹ́sẹ̀.
Kò ní láìkọ ọmọ yẹn.
Kó má láìkí olórí bú àwọn ta láìkí
ẹ̀pọ̀ nǹkan. Wọ́n ní ìyàwó tá a bá ti fẹ́ràn wọ́n lọ́mọ òkè.
Ọmọ òkè ń dún àṣàrí ni good relationship.
Yes. So ìtẹ́bi tí à ń drive lọ fún yín ni wípé wọ́n bá wá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ó ní kí ni?
Ó ní kó owó lọmọ yìí.
Ó ní kó owó ló kú yes òun náà sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ó sọ fún ìyá ẹ̀. Ó ní Mohbad kú owó. Báwo ló ṣe máa mọ̀ pọ́nmọ́ ẹ kú owó? Ó sọ fún ìyá ẹ̀ náà.
Ẹ wá jẹ́ ká wá mú un down to àwọn tó máa fẹ́ mú kúrò lọ́nà. Ṣé wá rí ibi tó ń dùn èmi ní gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ni wípé he is very wise and foolish. Ṣé rí nínú household wọn kì í yí ohun ẹ̀ padà. Nǹkan tó bá fẹ́ ló máa ń ní.
Ló máa ń nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. He's a bully.
He's not giving into that anymore.
Yes.
Now it's now boils down to wípé ṣé ẹ rò pé bí bàbá yìí ṣe wà yìí? Ẹ rò pé kì í ṣe pé control ti yìí ni pé ó fẹ́ push ẹ̀ pé kó sọ̀rọ̀.
Nǹkan tó ń ṣe nìyẹn ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ ń ṣe ọ́ dẹ̀ ń sọ fún pọ́pọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ nǹkan táwọn yẹn sọ ló ń ṣe náà. Ó fẹ́ push ẹ̀ pé kó jáde bó ṣe ń ṣe Lẹ́gùṣì náà nìyẹn pé kó ní kó Lẹ́gùṣì jáde. Wọn ò ní jáde because wọn ń ṣe nànà títì ni wọ́n kí ló fẹ́ máa bá wọn sọ.
Wọ́n mi máa ń ju receipt síta fún un.
Ó máa ń ṣe fún lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan á kàn jù sórí kinní àádẹ́yọ kúrò. Ìyẹn ni mo láì kó máa ń kó fún ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ti ní tí bàbá yìí ti wá gàn ní pé ṣé rò pé búkì kan yìí jágbe ó ń gbólá.
Gẹ́ẹ̀ kan wà US yìí sẹ́ni tó ń fọ́ǹdù wọn. Gẹ́ẹ̀ kan wà l'Amẹ́ríkà wà yìí tó ń fọ́ǹdù wọn. Mo máa wọ orúkọ ẹ̀ jáde sí. Òun ló ń fọ́ǹdù wọn.
Ilẹ̀ ń gbọ́ wípé ó ní ó sign 75-50. Ẹjọ́ gbogbo wọn ti capitalize owó billions.
Ṣé kì í ṣe Angela lè sọ?
Òun ni mò ń sọ. Angela
Wood ìyá mi o fake
láti. Ó ṣe fún ló fake name ni ó ń lo fake name ni but US yìí ló wà fake name ló ń lò. Tẹ́ bá lọ rí tẹ́ bá comment sórí kinní kan á wá padà wá fún yín sọ fẹ́ mi pé òun ò ní blọ́ọ̀kì mo náà lè blọ́ọ̀kì mi torí pé mi ò fi stupid báwọn tó kù. Òun kọ́ ló ń kọ́ mo mọ̀ pé àwọn tó ń lò ní. But it's very sad.
Tó bá jẹ́ Angela Wood yẹn bá lọ jáwọn Naira Marley nǹkan.
Òun náà mò ń sọ wọ́n ṣí fake name ṣe báwọn ló ń fọ́ǹdì kìíní báwo la ṣe mọ̀ pé kí n ṣe náírà àìmọye oríṣiríṣi fake profile. Ẹ wò ó ṣe fẹ́ gbọ́ kó lọ ń ṣàánú wa. Èmi láìkì bí Wùmí ò ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣe rí bó ṣe ń jù fún ṣe mọ̀ pé ẹni tó bá ń pariwo yéléyé ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn èèyàn méjì máa ń wà àwọn kan wà tó máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn kan tó bá ti gún ẹ báyìí ìwà máa pariwo àwọn máa pé kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ bí ìṣe kankan irú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan tí Wùmí ń ṣe fún mi yẹn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kan ni Wùmí sọ̀rọ̀ tó ẹ dákú.
Sọ̀pá tó ní gẹ̀gẹ̀ ni Wùmí bàjá. Sọ̀pá tó ní gẹ̀gẹ̀ wọn ń gbẹ́jọ́ wọn.
Wọ́n gbẹ́jọ́ wọn yes.
Onígẹ̀gẹ̀ náà ní ìwọ náà wú báyìí. Tìmí náà ní kọ́. Ìjà tí Wùmí bá.
Ọdún ẹlẹ́gbàá mo láìkí bó ṣe ń ṣe fún ẹ mọ̀ pé ńgbà tó ní ẹsẹ̀ ẹmọ yẹn kẹtàn bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́rọ oríṣiríṣi fọ́tò tó ń jáde tó ń ṣò ọmọ ọpọ́mọ kẹtàn. Ṣé ọmọ Wùmí yẹn náà ọmọ yẹn mọ ìjájà.
Mọ́mí ṣe ọmọ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ mà ṣé wàá mọ ìtajà wa ń ṣò wá nǹkankan lẹ́yìn kúrò lórí pásítọ̀ ní omi bọ́ lójú mi nìkan ṣe pé wọ́n ní láti bí ọjọ́ mẹ́ta báyìí ọmọ yẹn yí ní òru ó lọ ń pa mọ́ bàbá ẹ̀. Wọ́n sọ fídíò ẹ̀ mo rò pé ó dókè ara ìyá ẹ̀ ṣe wá ń ṣe fídíò pé kán wò ó every night ó lọ ń fa fídíò bàbá ẹ̀ ní.
Pé kó dáhùn náà dáhùn náà.
Ọmọ yẹn náà bó ṣe ń wo fídíò yìí ó máa rántí face bàbá ẹ̀ wọ́n lè sọ̀rọ̀ ni.
Of course. Ọmọ bàbá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kò sí bọ́mọ ṣe lè kéré tó mọ ẹni tó ń gbé òun through smell ó mọ bàbá ẹ̀ bí ò bá ti lè dojú ẹ̀ mọ̀. Ṣé bàbá tó bá yẹ bàbá orí ẹ̀ pé ẹnu ẹ̀ ló fi ń sọ pé 3 days before ọmọ yẹn tó kú ó gbé Liam léhùn lọ́wọ́ ó ní bàbá mi ọmọ yín ni ẹnu ẹ̀ fi sọ.
Bàbá yẹn dẹ̀ sọ níbẹ̀ pé tọ́ bá mọ mí tí wọ́n mọ̀ nǹkan tó ṣe yẹn lọ́dọ̀ orí Yọ̀mí oníṣe wọ́n mọ̀ tún mọ́ ẹ̀.
Yes now ṣé wọ́n bá mi wọ́n pọ̀ túmọ̀ ẹ̀ ṣọ́pọ̀lọ ẹ pé ọmọ tó gbé fún ẹ pé kó máa bá òun wò ìwọ wá dé oṣù ọmọ yẹn dọmọ àlè torí ogún ṣé wàá rò pé nǹkan tó fẹ́ gbà ṣó máa mọ́ ẹ lọ́wọ́. Àwọn máa ṣe. Lọ́dọ̀ wọn ojoojúmọ́ ló ń dáwọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fi ṣe. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ń dájọ́. Ìjà tẹ̀sí máa tọ́sí jà lórí owó yẹn. Ìran á dùn wò. Àlàlà. Wọ́n á jà wò.
Liam ni bàbá ń bájà kò ń ṣe Wùmí. Liam ni
bàbá ń bájà. Kò ń ṣe Wùmí, Liam ló ń bájà. Ó fẹ́ eliminate ọmọ yẹn.
Bí ìlọ. Wọ́n ń ṣọ̀rẹ́. Owó yẹn ò lè dánwò. Bàbá bá bàbá pé owó wà lórí owó yẹn gbà. Ìkan báyìí táwọn African ti post lórí òun ló ṣe ń tẹ̀lé àpò.
Ẹjọ́ ẹ má bínú ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ẹ jẹ́ kí tó mú lámbà kọ́lẹ̀ fún yín.
Ẹ já gbọ́.
Torí pé kẹtàn àbí ṣóhun kẹtàn bí on the mountain. Ní ìgbà tí Wùnmí sọ pé òun fẹ́ fi Mohbad lẹ̀ ní Josi come up pẹ̀lú òun Holy Spirit sọ fún òun pé kí Wùnmí àti Mohbad bímọ ó fẹ́ fi oyún yẹn di ọmọ yẹn mọ́lẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀. Ipe Mohbad ló máa ra pósí tó máa sin òun. Torí nígbà tí Mohbad bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní.
Níṣẹ́ Mohbad ó ní Liam ló máa ra.
Ẹ sọ mọ̀ kó ṣe mistake. Liam ló máa ra pósí òun.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó sọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ìgbà tí Mohbad bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní àwọn ẹ́písòdì yẹn mi ò tí ì lóyún gbà yẹn wọn ò tí ì máa rí. Ìgbà yẹn láti lè fi dé Wùnmí mọ́lẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀. Ẹ ti mọ̀rọ̀ àwọn bàbá lẹ́yìn àwọn tó wà jẹ́ so mo ti jọ fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ pé
a ní pé nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad the other way round a ní pé Wùnmí
ló ṣẹlẹ̀. a ti bọ́mọ ẹ̀ wáyàwó tó bá ti pẹ́.
sọ̀rọ̀ wáyàwó a ní pé ọmọ ẹ̀ ló ṣe Wùnmí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí God forbid ẹ̀mí àgùn ó wá jẹ́ wípé gbogbo èèyàn wá ń fa ọmọ ẹ̀ bọ́n ṣe ń fa Wùnmí yìí tí ògbóhùn dẹ̀ ṣe ń bú bàbá Wùnmí pé ó ṣe kùn bákan wọ́n ti gba sátidé
ọ̀dẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti gba sátidé wọ́n ti gbé Sunday lé lọ́wọ́.
Báwo ni bàbá ọkọ ṣe máa go brutal àwọn bàbá ìyàwó like
to that extent? Ní báwọn yẹn ò dá ló ń pàtó ti mọ̀ pé wèrè ni wọ́n ya blọọkì ẹ̀ wọ́n blọọkì ẹ̀ nì lè má gbé gbogbo yẹn sórí nàìjíríà o.
Ẹ ti rí pé kinní kan ẹ ó ṣe kùn bí kinní kan ó kàn tó like for real.
Lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ tó lọ ṣe ìdáná.
Mo ní tí Wùnmí bá bọ́ síta tó bá sọ pé bàbá Mohbad jẹ̀ yìí ẹbí ti kìíní wọn á ní ó rúdù sí bàbá ọkọ ẹ èèyàn tó ń bú bàbá tiẹ̀ irú ẹ̀dá wo ni yín èèyàn kò lè jẹ́ bá mi dá wọn á fọ́gi mọ́ ẹ lórí ni ọ̀dọ́ Ẹlẹ́dùmarè wàá gbà padà ni.
ó fẹ́ kí bàbá yẹn bọ́ ta kó di ó fẹ́ ṣe ní ẹ̀yìn
àfẹ́. ó di iṣu ata yanyan.
mọ́mì
ọ̀bọ̀ tàwọn yẹn smart náà.
ṣé ti níbi tí Josi ti sọ pé ṣé kò ń mú píṣọ ẹ̀ wá ó ṣe interview kan tó ní
ó lóun lè mú fọ́tò ẹ̀ síta ó lóun lè mú fọ́tò ẹ̀ síta ó lè post ẹ̀.
ó ní
ó fẹ́ lọ mú fọ́tò bàbá ẹ̀yẹ́.
ó gbé báyìí ó ní.
ẹjọ́ tí tèmi platform bá ń gbọ́ mi ṣó tí Yèyé Kudi ṣe nígbà tí ó ń bínú pé Prime Boy tó ní Prime Boy rí òun fi pé Prime Boy sọ pé ó wá sí Nàìjíríà kò yọjú sóhun who remembers that show? Yèyé Kudi ṣe show kan tó fi ń sọ pé show.
Ìjọ tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ òṣì yẹn ní tiẹ̀ tí.
Ẹ máa gbọ́ ṣe when some to narrate nígbà tí wọ́n ń wá Prime Boy effort láti gbé pamọ́ ọ̀rẹ́ wọn kan ní. ọ̀rẹ́ wọn kan ní bóyá hotel ni bóyá shortlet ní area kan Lekki then reached out to her so wọ́n ṣe gbé Prime Boy pamọ́ lọ fi gbé sá lọ pé kó lọ. He reached out to the mother. Mama
mix it up ma that was when they released Prime Boy. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbé pamọ́ fún public eye.
She said when they when they were looking for him new.
Yeah. No, that was when they released kí sọ̀rọ̀ kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá rántí ìjà tí Busrat àti West Oja. Tí Busrat sọ pé òun ti gba apartment kan fún Prime Boy. It was through Yèyé Kudi. They wanted to have Prime Boy to themselves so that when they get information that but Westo beat want to eat. It was after it was after Prime Boy release, not ìgbà tí wọ́n ń wá tí bàbá Mohbad ní kó sá lọ.
Wọ́n ní kí Prime Boy sá lọ. Bàbá Mohbad ó mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ plant Prime Boy sínú ilé ọmọ ẹ̀ ni. Ó plant ẹ̀ ni. Bàbá òfò. Abalátẹnujẹ group of company téèyàn bá ti láìkì owó jù tó ti láìkì àránjúmọ̀
mọ́mí eléyìí tó bà mí lẹ́rù lénìí ṣé eléyìí tó bà mí lẹ́rù lénìí tó sọ pé ó wá já ṣọ́ọ̀bù mẹ́ta pọ̀ fún ìyá ẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ kì í síbẹ̀ yẹn mọ́mí.
ẹ ṣé kò ní tọ́jú ìyá ẹ̀ ni ṣé kò ní tọ́jú ìyá ẹ̀ ni bàbá yìí ṣe yàkà báyìí.
mọ́mí ẹ̀ dúró nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé ṣé ká sọ pé torí pé ó fẹ́ já ṣọ́ọ̀bù fún ìyá ẹ̀ lẹ́ṣẹ̀ fi ṣòfò.
ló ṣe pàdánù.
you thinking báwọn àkókò ìgbésẹ̀ tó ti ṣe sílẹ̀.
ọ̀rọ̀ wà ń bẹ̀ yẹn ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo wa ṣé ká bèèrè lọ bàbá Mohbad pé ṣé torí pé ọmọ yìí ṣe bóun náà ti ṣe autopsy tó ní wọn rí kankan ìbáyìí definitely somebody don dey say is spiritual something.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
yes it is. kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ ìdájẹ́ torí pé ó fẹ́ ṣe ìkànnì fún ìyá ẹ̀ lẹ́fi ṣe kàkà kẹ́kù mọ́ jẹ ṣèṣe àfi ṣàwádà
nù.
ìwé àbẹ̀wò fún wo ta ló pa Súlè Gbéra.
Súlè Gbéra.
ta ló pa Súlè Gbéra owó ẹ̀jẹ̀ ṣé bí ìwé yẹn náà ni owó ẹ̀jẹ̀.
ìrántí o.
fíìmù wọn kó dà fíìmù yẹn ni. wọ́n padà ṣe sí fíìmù pé ta ló pa Súlè Súlè mo sì gbà níbi kan tó kún níbi kan it's exactly the same way it's playing out.
èmi ò mọ reason tí bàbá yẹn kọ ṣé bàbá yìí nígbà tó ń bí ẹ gbogbo bí tó ń lọ kó lọ ṣe DNA kó lọ ṣe DNA ẹ tó bá ṣe DNA tọmọ bá jẹ ti Mohbad kí ló fẹ́ ṣe wà ní kó gbọmọ ẹ wà ọmọ yẹn náà ò trust bàbá mọ́ òun ò lè fọmọ òun lẹ̀ èmi náà ní fọmọ mi lẹ̀.
orí Christian ẹ tún gbọ́ mi orí Christian ni ó bá sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ tọmọ Mohbad ni wọ́n á lọ ṣe òròlé ṣé pásítọ̀ ṣòro lé.
ṣe bí Christian yẹn ṣe tún ṣòro lé ni.
ó lè ṣòro lé o ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ pásítọ̀ lè ṣòro lé o in the sense that ìgbà kan ní kó lọ rú ọmọ ẹ̀ ó láwọn ò kì í ṣerú ẹ̀ nídìílé àwọn.
nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ nìyẹn
onírọ́ ni ẹ́
kó lọ rú ọmọ náà kò kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ àti
Jesus is Lord mi ìgbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn dáadáa ó ní òun fẹ́ ṣòro ní àbíkí lẹ sọ.
Jesus is Lord. Mohbad ó lá àwọn aṣèrò àwọn aṣòro.
Jesus is Lord.
ó láwọn lé retí ẹ̀ gan.
oró
ilé ò ní retí ẹ̀ kó wálé wọn ṣèbó ti sọ pé kò ń ṣọmọ ẹ̀
mo ẹ dúró ná ẹjọ ẹjẹ ọ̀rọ̀
ti ṣe ìjọrùkọ ẹ̀.
abiyamọ ẹjọ oró lé kí ni.
èmi náà wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá Mohbad pé bàbá ẹ dúró mo wọ́n béèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá Mohbad mo ti ṣe
ẹ dá gálàtì èyí lóhùn lọ.
wọn ò dá mi lóhùn ṣàwọ́dọ̀ ìdúró. Jesus is Lord. Jesus is Lord. Ẹ tiẹ̀ ṣì gbàgbé yẹn. Ẹ dúró ná. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ torí Ọlọ́run. Nígbà tí Mohbad wà láyé tó bímọ. Ìgbà tí bàbá Mohbad mọ̀ pé òrùlé kan wà tán ṣe. Kí ló dé tí kò lọ ṣe ń gbà yẹn? Now ẹ mọ bọ́ tí ẹ mọ mí ní nǹkan tó sọ yẹn ṣá.
Ó fẹ́ gba ọmọ yẹn lọ́wọ́ Wùmí ni.
Nǹkan tó fẹ́ sọ ṣe é rí ẹ máa gbọ́. Bàbá Mohbad mọ̀ pé Mohbad ló lọ́mọ yẹn. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tó bá ṣe DNA yẹn máa claim pé Mohbad ló lọ́mọ. Ó tún wá fẹ́ tètè prepare mind mi.
Pé ọmọ yẹn sílẹ̀ kọ́ lè
ṣe mọ̀ pé tí DNA bá sọ pé Mohbad ló mú lọ́mọ ọmọ yẹn ti dèwọ̀ fún látọ̀dọ̀ Wùmí sí bàbá yẹn. So ìyẹn ló ṣe mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ tó wá gbé lámbà mi. Ó ṣe mọ̀ kéèyàn máa prepare nǹkan kan
ló ti ó ti kú nǹkan
kan tó bá ti DNA bá ti sọ pé kínní pé àwọn tún máa ṣòro lè ṣe tó bá tẹ̀ wá ṣe DNA lénìí tí yẹn bá ń bọ̀ á tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ lórí òròlé
Ọlọ́run
olùkú ni máa yí
kíkà ọmọ kò tiẹ̀ ní ṣe DNA gbogbo nǹkan tẹ̀ sọ yẹn kò lè ṣẹlẹ̀ because tó bá gbà láyè tó bá fi ṣẹlẹ̀ it will be working against all women ní Nàìjíríà.
ọmọ yẹn bá ṣe DNA bàbá has another vision ikọ̀ mi òròlé
ó ní kò ní stop.
Ó ní èyí stop ṣe láwọn pípù yìí wọ́n wà
narcissist ni wọ́n àbí kó rán ọyàn kó gbọ́mọ wá fóun kó bá yọ ọmọ sọ̀rọ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́mọ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
O fẹ́ gbọ́mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe nìyẹn mò ń sọ fún yín sẹ́ẹ̀.
ó ní ó lè gbọ́mọ fóun àbí kó rán ọyàn kó gbọ́mọ wá káwọn dẹ̀ lọ.
kó rán ọyàn kó gbọ́mọ wá kó wá ṣòro lé olóṣì.
Jẹ́ kí n sọ kọ́kọ́ fún yín mà ìgbà tí mò ń kú tí Wùmí wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbà yẹn ló ti fẹ́ gba Liam lọ́wọ́ Wùmí.
Yes wọ́n náà fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ yẹn sá lọ ni.
tí Wùmí kó dání lọ ìgbà yẹn ló ti fẹ́ gba Liam lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tí wọ́n ti ní kó gba ọmọ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ kó gba kí kó gba ìwé ilẹ̀ tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
nílùú tó ní ọba tó níjòyè.
Wàláì
Nàìjíríà
mọ́tò Mohbad yẹn ń kọ́ á máa ṣe wà lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀.
ibi ó bá wù ni ó wà tọmọ mi bá ti
olórí burúkú ni bọ̀bọ̀ yìí.
Kó máa lò lọ ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀rí mọ́tò yẹn náà ló máa pa tó bá lù.
Ní bàbá yẹn èèyàn ṣe rí nǹkan tí mo kàn rí ni pé abiyamọ iṣẹ́ wà lọ́wọ́ wa láti ṣe àsopèrè. Pé àwọn ọmọ wa gan kódà kó jọkùnrin kó jóbìnrin kéèyàn máa rìn wọ́n lẹ́jẹ̀ Jésù kó máa gbàdúrà fún wọn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o, láti kékeré kọ́dọ̀ bá jọ ọ́.
I remember when Naira Marley nígbà tí ó kọ́kọ́ padà dé láti exile tó máa sọ ó ní family yẹn wà disgruntled ó ní ṣé Mohbad ń gbọ́ràn sí bàbá yẹn lẹ́nu.
Yes, ìbára ẹ̀ náà sọ ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ níṣẹ́ tí Mohbad bá wà láyé bàbá Mohbad ó lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí Wùmí rárá. Yes, ó ní ṣó lè sọ̀rọ̀ bó ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ lójú Mohbad. Nígbà tí wọ́n fúnra rẹ̀ ń fẹnu sọ wípé dájì mi ò lè gbé placenta lẹ̀ ìyá mi kọ́ ló wà nílé yìí. Ṣé kìí ṣọmọ tó gbọ́n nìyẹn?
Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe one after the other. Mọ́mí àbí
ẹ má bínú ẹjọ́ ìyá mi. Ẹ má bínú ẹjọ́.
Mo mọ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ yẹn káyé lára ìyá mi. Ẹ jẹ́ kí goodie bag kọ́ land so that a lè dá sí nǹkan tó bá sọ.
Bàbá yẹn kò wá pleased pẹ̀lú lifestyle ọmọ in the sense that ó mọ̀ kò ń rí owó. But ó believe they would deserve more. Oliver Twist is a man that always wants more. Is a man that
no matter what you do, yes,
a man that's never content with whatever he has. Wọ́n sọ ìfúkìjẹ ṣe ní ìwọ̀n rí pé bàbá fẹ́ǹsì ní ìsìn bàbá sanra.
Àwọn máa fẹ́ǹsì lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́rọ̀ lórí ikú ọmọ ẹ̀ ó lè. Ẹ má bínú òjèrè. Ó kà mí lára.
Ọmọ yìí wọ́n dé wá sí around ó kúrò lé náírà kò rí ṣẹ́ṣe
lọ́wọ́. Ó yé wa ìyá mi.
He was boycotted and kò sí nǹkan kan tó lè fún yàn nightmare tó nǹkan tó fi ń jẹun.
Kó máa níṣẹ́.
Má ní lọ́wọ́ àbí kó mọ̀ pé ó ní ọjà kan tó tà.
Kò má lè rí tà.
Kò sí nǹkan kan tó lè fún yàn ní depression ju gbogbo nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn lọ. Bàbá yìí knew all of these things but ẹ sọ pé ọmọ yẹn ń fún bàbá ẹ̀ ní 250 lóṣù ẹjọ́ tó bá ń fún bàbá.
Iṣẹ́ kí ni bàbá yẹn ń ṣe?
Káàtì sọ pé ó ṣiṣẹ́ kò ṣiṣẹ́ tó bá jẹ́ nǹkan ní 250,000 lóṣù iṣẹ́ wọn bàbá ṣùpá 250 bàbá gan rí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Retired carpenter ni bàbá. Retired carpenter.
Ìyàwó ṣó ṣe carpentry ẹ̀ náà ní
ṣó ṣe ní. Fún bàbá tí bàbá lò ẹjọ́ ọmọ yẹn gan try because most of the people that are laughing fáwọn ẹbí wọn 100,000.
Kí ló dé 250? Ẹ̀yin náà wò lóṣooṣù 250 ìyàwó ò ní mọ́tò wọ́n jẹ̀ra mọ́tò fún ẹ ó tún wá ní o máa gba 2 million.
wọ́n gbé lọ́dọ̀ ọmọ Kòròdú kó hẹ̀.
Ó ń ṣojú lásán
ní time ló mú wọn wá.
Kì í ṣojú lásán mà.
Dàmọ́lá ní every time lẹ máa ń kó gbogbo wọn wá láti Kòròdú kó wá sáìn wọn sí ìmọ̀lẹ̀ notion ìmọ̀lẹ̀lisation oníṣọ́ rò pé àwọn ò ní rules ni.
Bọ̀ kíní
ẹ mọ̀ pé ọmọdé yìí wọ́n rú ìbàbà tó jẹ́ tí ṣéǹjì bá wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀.
tí Mohbad rà kó tó kú.
Àkó fún ìyàwó ẹ̀ kó kó pamọ́ kí bàbá òun má bàa mọ̀.
Tí bàbá bá gbà. Who is going to pay the balance? Who will pay the balance?
Wọ́n gbé gò tán jókòó bí a máa wò pé irú àwọn generation wo ni ilé.
Wọ́n ya wèrè ní yẹ́.
Torí a gbọ́ pé bíi 5-10%
máa sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn wíra wọn. Kúdìbà ẹ̀yin ará Amẹ́ríkà náà lè ba bàbá yìí jẹ́.
Àwa kẹ̀ ìwọ ló bá àwọn oníkọ̀ọ́kọ́ tó sọ ilé ẹ̀kọ́
jíìpù ńlá tó ń gbé yìí.
àwọn olórí burúkú.
Àwọn jíìpù wá fún mílíọ̀nù.
Ẹjọ́ tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ni mo lọ.
Àwọn Amẹ́ríkà tó ya wèrè tó ń ṣe yahoo ní sáwà ń ṣe yahoo.
Because I remember wọn máa gbé lọ fún ìyá náà.
Ṣé mi yahoo ni?
Ìyá dẹ̀ lóhùn ìfẹ́ tó sí nǹkan tó ń fẹ́
Imagine
fi ṣe
kéèyàn
ọ̀dọ̀
máa
bàbá
ní
náà
òun
gbé lọ.
àtàwọn ọ̀rẹ́ òun àwọn dá wọn dá $5.
Thank you, everybody. I think I have to go now. Thanks for your patience, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. Help my condition. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye. Love you all.